This podcast is not rated. Listener discretion advised. Mission to City.
Hey guys, guess what we just did? We just watched 150 movies.
Did we?
Yeah.
We did.
Well, and
When?
we
Just now.
recorded.
No.
Just now.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh,
Well, that's not surprising.
That's
that's going to be a problem because we're doing something special this episode.
That's good, John. that's it. Typical.
Mhm.
Yeah, what are we doing, Denny?
We're going to do the top 5, bottom 3 of the last 50 movies of the top 250 movies of all time, which is movie 100 through 150.
Nice.
And exactly why were we doing that again?
To break it up, to have fun, to give credit where credit's due on some of these movies that belong in the list, and to shit on ones that have no place on a list of any type of good thing ever,
Yeah.
or whatever.
That's great. That actually sums it up.
And
very
after
well.
you do anything for any period of time, you want to have some kind of ceremony periodically.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
that's just a human thing. You just do it.
That's
You
why
start
the
to
bonus
have-
episodes are coming more and more
Yeah.
quickly, because it's you break it up a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
You just start
Right.
having your own award shows.
Yes.
Pretty soon we'll just start, congratulating ourselves for the best podcast out of the last 50 or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like it's like when HBO advertises on their own shows, you know? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
That's right. Yeah, we'll give it. Best show we've ever done. That's us.
Actually, it's 101 we're doing. 101 to 150.
All right.
Those 50 movies are the list. We've gone through, we've made our top 5. The way we do this list, we found it to be the least amount of overlapping opinions and like talking about the same movie multiple times. Your number 1 picks, and what Sean has told me is that none of our rankings for the same movie overlap.
Nice.
So we don't
Okay,
share
that's
the number
good.
1 pick, basically.
Sean being Denny's wiser brother.
Yes, the guy who
the one that makes the.
and
the
up
music.
top, Sean, thank you for writing. He wrote yet another theme song for us. He writes us a new theme song every
Oh, did he?
50. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's going to be playing
man,
for the first
yeah.
time.
I haven't even got to hear it. I got to hear it.
I think it's great that Sean's doing more music than any of us are.
Yeah. You jerk.
Yeah, it's
I love
just
it.
rubbing it in our face.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, so TC, here are the rules here. Are you ready for this? The rules.
Sure. I don't remember them. So
We're
please.
starting
Oh,
at
yeah.
5. We'll start with TC, but not yet. Well, we start at 5 and we say the 5th best movie you've seen out of the last 50. And then if either me or John has that movie on like ranked
Higher.
number 2 or
Yeah.
below, if it's number 1, keep that because you want to, reiterate your talking points on that. So if TC has number 5, it's my number 1. I keep my mouth shut. If
Right.
TC's number 5 is my number 2, I say that's my number 2, and then I start talking about
Right.
it.
You
Wait,
get
wait,
to
wait,
talk-
wait,
whoever's
wait, wait.
ranked
Whoa, whoa,
highest.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm already lost. I was
Aw.
like, wait, there's more. There's like an actual thing we got to remember.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not gonna get through this.
Okay, so
Yeah,
TC,
you got
basically,
this. It's
look at your
okay.
number 1. Probably somebody else is going to say that is on their list. Don't
Yeah.
say it's my number 1. Wait for that one. But
Yeah.
Okay.
if you're number 2, if I say it's my number 5, say like before I start talking about it, that's my number 2, and then you get to go first.
Right.
So we want the person who likes the movie the most to start talking about it, except
Yeah.
for number 1, because we want everyone to talk about why they like that movie the most.
Got it. So you could have just said that last sentence.
Ah.
No.
I'm just explaining the rules, man.
So,
You gotta
so what
explain
you're
the
gonna do
rules.
is like if you're number 5 and you take and they're number 4, then they're not number 1
And then
anymore.
you
they're
minus
number
your
2.
age and you
then-
multiply it by 2.
And then you take the movie and you subtract the TV show they made from it, and then you have your number 4.
Yeah, you take
Yeah,
the 2
right.
lead actors and you add their ages together
Yeah.
and you minus it from the year the movie came out.
And then the director of you multiply that by how many movies they've made, and yeah.
And then you kick
No, I got
yourself
it
in the
now.
nuts.
I got
and
it.
then
I
you
got
ride
it.
around
Yeah,
on the
we're
ground
good.
and yeah, it's a good day.
Man, swack that.
Yeah, it's just like that. All right, no, I'm good. I got it.
We're good. All right.
Yeah.
So, TC, let's
That's
start
my
with you.
number 1. Oh wait, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I got it.
Oh, we're fucked. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
I know
we're
it is.
fucked. Number
Yeah, it's all right.
5.
This happened
Number
last time.
5. I
Number
don't know
5.
why I chose this one, and I'm not sure why I did it all. But
This also is what happened last time.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
yes,
I
go on.
because
Well,
I
that's too
went
bad
through
'cause
the
you're gonna have to
list in
explain
5
yourself.
seconds. Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Good movie. Good choice, actually. I can see why.
Yeah, I mean,
Can
If
you?
you
I
don't
want to
know
hear
why,
why.
I could offer some reasons.
I mean-
sniff and then you just pause. You're like, that's it.
No,
That's all I'm gonna
I
say.
need to take a little smoke break there. Yeah, I even Die Hard because for one, I mean, I had never seen it, and 2,
It was your first
just
time watching it on this list?
Believe so. Yeah, I believe
wow.
so. Like, I mean, coherently watching it. I might have seen it on like when I was a kid, little bits and pieces of it, you know.
Yeah.
But like actually sitting down and watching it, this was the first time I think. If it wasn't, it's the first time I remember. So fuck it. That's all that matters.
Same thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, 35 years
Yep,
old,
yep,
basically
yep.
have dementia already. Anyways, so I just think, it was just an easy movie to watch, which I, love since I'm a dummy. And it's, 1980s, 90s feel. It's, reminds me of my youth.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had some fun. They
That's
had some
fair,
funny
Shane.
moments. They had some crazy, like blow up scenes, and
It is kind of it's almost like a nostalgic film. Because like for many people, it's a Christmas tradition of sorts. Like it's like a Christmas movie to watch.
Which is
Oh,
weird.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
It takes
Is
place
it
on
because they
Christmas
just-
Eve.
It occurs on
Is it
Christmas
just-
Eve, yeah, but also
Oh,
just,
right.
It's like
yeah,
the holiday
evokes-
party at the
Right.
tower.
Yeah.
Maybe, and also I just think it's something they could easily broadcast on like all the television
right.
back then. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Nothing
yeah,
says
that's
Christmas
interesting.
like blowing out someone's kneecaps.
Right. And machine guns.
Yeah.
Hey, it's red. It's like half of the red and green color combination you need for Christmas.
That is true.
That's a good point.
He had green pants on that scene, I think. So it was very Christmassy.
Mhm.
And there's lights. There's lots of lights in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're grasping at straws on that one. But
We are.
anyway, yeah, that's my number 5.
Number 5,
That's a good
John.
one.
What's your number 5?
What do I have? I have Up.
Up.
Oh,
Yep.
shit. That's my number 2.
Oh, go then.
Yeah. I love Up because, I'm a depressive fuck and that opening scene is sad. And I'm just like, I like this movie.
Yeah.
It makes me cry. I like it.
Yeah. I like when I don't feel good. And just like animation was interesting and different. The whole storyline is cute. I like
Oh, it's so
cute,
cute.
things. Yeah. As far as like when I was comparing it to other things on the list, I won't give it away, but I do have another type of movie like it on my list. But
Oh, jeez.
so there was some, a theme there that I was, it's a good movie. I like the movie. It has really, touching moments. It has some funny moments. And I just thought the idea of fucking going somewhere with your house and just plopping down and off the grid, man, I'll tell you, that
Yep.
sounds like a dream.
Sounds like a good retirement plan.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
corporate bullshit we go through every day, man. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Put me on the fucking house that floats.
Why'd you put it at number 5, John?
Yeah, TC captured a lot of it already. I think the first sequence of the film is just amazing. It's really astonishing how good it is, and that it's done with music and no dialogue. I mean, there's a little bit of the talking at the very first when he's a little boy, but once they hit into the sequence of Ellie and him getting married and all that, I think it's just fantastic. I think it's some of the best animation ever done as far as that sequence goes, and some of the best storytelling without words, I think, that I've seen. For those reasons alone, I think that it's really worthy of a lot of praise. And it's just, I can't not watch it and be teary. And I don't know
Yeah.
how many times I've
Yeah.
seen that part. That's kind of impressive.
That's
Um,
damn right. That's
so
It's
what
that
and-
freaking
and-
music, man. It's the music
It
and the little
is.
story. Oh, it's so good.
beautiful. Yeah, and how the music gets quiet or joyful or sad, and it's still the same theme, but they just sort of they alter it for the mood,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just
Yep.
it's just beautifully done.
agreed.
So I think there's that, and also like TC said, it's a very non-traditional story too. It's like about an old man and a little boy, and how they're sort of have their own different stories about how they're dealing with their lives and how they help each other. I think that's that's not the usual kind of story that we see.
Right.
It has those action adventure elements, fine, whatever. But it's still the story about
That's
him
that's right there,
embracing
folks.
all- yeah.
That's why it's at number 5 for him.
Yeah, I guess probably, but arguably,
whatever.
if I talk about it long enough, I'll want to move it up because it is really good, and there's just that, for that, I don't know, what is it, 10 minutes or whatever it is alone, it's pretty much unmatched, I think, for doing what it does. So yeah, I love that film.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a good
Awesome.
way to put it.
Yeah.
What about you, Denny?
I'm going to go cartoon too. My number 5 is My Neighbor Totoro.
Fuck
Stop right
me.
there.
He's a big fat bunny
That's-
and I
You
Which
gotta
one is
love
it
him.
you? Which one is it
Stop
for you,
right there,
John?
because that's my number 3.
Oh, go for it, John.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good because it's not that for me.
Yeah.
It's You get to go.
I love that film too. It's just very simple in some ways with the relationship of the sisters, and yet there's this real fantastical element. And I know we have a lot of Studio Ghibli films, and some of them are more, and we'll see some more. I think at least 1 or 2 more, right?
3 more.
3 more, awesome.
Yep.
But usually there's more of an action element to them. This one has some of that fantasy stuff, but I think the contrast of just this sort of simple life of the sisters and them having a sick mom who isn't even, I know we had our own pet theories about
Sick
her
in the
being
head or
more
sick
ill
in the
than sick.
belly,
Yeah.
we don't know. Tough to say.
Exactly. But
Could be both.
Yeah.
Could be neither.
it could be. I also just I like the more simple idea that it's just more of a minor. It's like a minor illness for them, and actually it's not that big of a deal. And then it just creates.
But
this
they don't know
whole-
that because they're small.
No. But I think that it's the simplicity of the story there, and then you have the fantastic element, and then the character of Totoro who is just growling and just it's more the images that they present and the absurdity of him, which I think is just so wonderful. Like the picture, when he's there with the umbrella and figuring out how to not get in the rain and stuff. I don't know. That's such a great image. I know after we reviewed that film, I went and bought a little miniature Totoro, and I still have him on my desk.
Oh, dude, I
at
got
work.
Totoro shit too after we watched that movie.
Yeah, I love it.
It's gonna decorate my house with Totoro paraphernalia.
Yeah, Totoro's awesome.
Yeah.
So I just really love the character and just I don't know what the word simplicity is right, but it's just that there's this like combination of childhood and sort of things being magical, and yet their lives not necessarily being some fantastic like adventure story. Like combining all of that, I think that seems really unique to me, and I think that was something that I really really loved about the film too.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the good-heartedness, like between all the relationships
Yeah.
in the movie. That's one of the things that, like, the two sisters taking care of each other. I mean, usually
Right.
in movies there's like conflict, really, but there's not really any on-screen conflict in this movie. It's mostly off-screen with the
Right.
sadness they're feeling, but don't show it most of the time.
Yeah,
and it only
yeah.
kind of really like boils up to that towards the end. But I mean, it's mostly just like they're having a good time at a house, and they're having a good time with a big fat bunny, and that's most of the movie.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like
Big fat bunny.
I love the setting. They're like in the woods with like giant trees. It's freaking beautiful. Yeah.
Yep. All the above.
I love it. It's great.
Yep. I agreed.
All right.
Sweet.
So now it's time for number 4. TC. What you got?
Oh,
Number
well,
4?
no, that was, I thought I alluded to that already. That was I was that one.
Oh, it's
Maybe
Totoro.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I was like, it's not, I don't have that one, but, because I don't go first. I have
Oh,
that. I
well,
have,
so what do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't
What do
get-
you-
I didn't get to go first.
Yeah.
I love you. I totally agree with all of what you just said. I mean, honestly, I didn't know, it's the Ghibli stuff is an interesting thing because I would never expect me to like it.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
me talking to me, I'm in the room like, hey, what do you think about that? I'm like, hey, that's not so bad. I don't know over there. It's a pretty good fucking movie. It's pretty good. I don't know.
It's
And
a
then all of sudden
G-rated
it's Jimmy.
Japanese animated movie about 2 little girls, and I love it. Why? How does that happen?
Yeah, and it has nothing to do with the thing. I swear to God, it's not the It's not the rabbit. I swear. No, no. I think you did nail it. It's just there's such a good-heartedness to the whole part of the story, and I don't know. It's just it's a feel-good fucking movie.
Yeah.
And it's got great animation, and it's just something that, like, if I ever had kids, I would show them and we'd watch, and I'm sure they would love it too.
Yeah.
You can watch it with anybody. You can watch it with adults. You can watch it with kids. It's fucking safe all the way around. It's a great
Except for Totoro, the God of Death, the subplot.
Well, right.
yeah,
there's
but
that,
like,
right?
if
Yeah.
you're young enough, if you're young, you're not following that shit.
No, I
anyway.
mean, that does
So-
something
Yeah,
that
looking
doesn't exist
for
anyway.
more, right?
Yeah,
but-
right.
yeah.
And like you could always twist it for other kids that are just a little bit older, where it's just like,
Yeah.
no, this is the game that we're playing, right? They're monsters, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, and
kids
that's-
love that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing is like people expect that there has to be so much more at stake in a movie that they'll make something up.
Right.
Yeah, because it's just so unusual for a film to do this.
Mm-hmm.
To have the stakes be so low in a way, and that's again what makes it so special. I think,
Yeah.
oddly enough.
It adds like weight, like the real world weight to it when she loses her little sister because she's running to the hospital. That whole scene is just, it seems realistic, even though there's
Yeah.
like a giant bunny and a cat bus.
Right, cat bus.
I still say the cat bus is terrifying. I don't know why you guys think it's
Yeah,
great.
you hate the cat
Dude, it's
bus.
scary,
Oh.
man. He's like a centipede cat bus. You can sit on his belly.
No, you'll get in the inside and it will purr. It's like vibrating seats in there.
What if
It'll
it
be
just starts
awesome.
consuming you?
It's
What if the
fucking
windows
sweet.
close and then you're inside of a giant cat?
Oh,
And it
Well,
just,
that would be bad.
it just stares at you and goes, fancy feast,
Yeah.
fancy
Yeah.
feast, fancy feast, fancy feast. And you're like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
This sucks.
I'm
Digestion
dead,
is
no.
never fun.
Yeah.
Never fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, so there you
I
go.
learned that from Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, what's that? Never seen it.
Oh, the Sarlacc pit will get you, dude.
It'll happen, Denny.
Yeah,
Or TC.
we'll get
whoever you
to
are.
it, man. Woo, Return of the Jedi. Woo.
Woo.
John,
Yes.
what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Warrior.
Warrior. I knew
Yep.
it.
Did you?
Well,
Really?
yeah, because it was like the one that made you cry. So I knew it was
It
going to be on your top
did.
5.
That's you're very insightful. You're
Yes.
right. I don't know. This was really unexpected for me, and I normally don't like these kind. I think that's why it like when I was looking back on the ones that I really was moved by. I don't like this kind of jock beat 'em up sort of crap. I don't like, and this movie just did it so well and made Tom Hardy in particular. They played these roles where they're like really sort of hurting inside and trying to use this for one reason or another. Tom Hardy's character in particular was just amazing. The how messed up that guy was, and yet still likable. I don't know for a movie to take something like that. That's something I would normally be completely against and really not interested in, and to make me really be like engaged and care, and at the end cry. I don't know. It was just an amazing film. So I just I was very happy, and it was not something I would have ever sought out other than doing this list. So
I remember kind of
I-
welling up towards the end too during this movie, which is, so if you're looking for a cry, it's like a 50-50 chance maybe.
Well, hey, no, girls, if you want to he's be like, hey, we should watch Warrior, and you got some kind of tough boyfriend, husband, whatever,
Watch him
and
cry.
It'll be a trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. And then if he doesn't cry, he's a psycho.
Yeah.
Well, then
Got
you'd
no
worry. I don't know.
Yeah. So let's not play that game.
Yeah, but
So he's either a whip or a psycho. So there you
Right.
go.
He's either a wimp or a psycho, and it could be bad either way.
Right.
So.
And I don't know how often you get, certainly there's no end of tough guys in movies or even tough guys who are really just sensitive, sweet inside. This is different. Like the Tom Hardy character in particular, he's not just a tough guy. He's like a desperate, suffering guy. And I don't think I've seen that done this way so effectively, where he's actually just angry at the world and sort of seeking vengeance wherever he goes.
By punching people in the face.
Yeah, but his just the anger that he has, I just have not seen that done. I don't think, and again, Tom Hardy just did it so effectively that it was really moving. And again, that's the kind of guy that normally in other movies might be portrayed as just a plain asshole. He's just the aggressive asshole guy who wants to beat people up. And to show a different side of it, or to like help you understand how he's suffering, I think is a pretty impressive.
Agreed. I think we all like that one. Actually, TC was annoyed at Tom Hardy's accent, I think, but I think we all like
Yeah.
it.
Oh, really?
Beyond that,
Yeah.
I think I remember that. I
I'm
don't know.
glad you remember, because I wouldn't have ever remembered.
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember that.
That's a good thing to keep in my head. That's going to be useful at some point, I guarantee. My turn for number
on jury duty. That's why you always get picked.
Yeah. Is this guy guilty or not? Well, my friend didn't think Tom Hardy's accent in Warrior was good, so I say fucking fry the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say get rid of him because, what would the Warrior do, right? Am I right?
What would Tom Hardy do? That's what I say whenever
Get
I
off
get in a
the
tough
stand.
situation. So, John, I feel bad. You're like, you don't like movies like this. My number 4 is Raging Bull. It's about a tough guy boxer.
Oh, no.
It's a
Yeah.
completely,
Number 3.
the guy, so as opposed to like just being mad at the world and not being guilty of stuff,
Right.
I loved Raging Bull, man. I think that it was like the best Robert De Niro performance I've ever seen. And I think that's the main part of the movie. And like, Joe Pesci is also amazing in this movie. Just like the movie is for watching those two fight in like some of the best acting I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And even just like the way it's shot, the black and white is really cool looking. The fights are, I don't like boxing, and the fights are shot in
The
like
fights were good.
yeah, it's like an artsy fartsy kind of way to shoot boxing, but it's the kind of stuff that I like.
Yep, I agree.
The blood is like way over the top. There's a lot of slow-mo. He does like a lot of the Scorsese tricks where like someone flashes a camera from off screen and it lights everybody up, and the motion of the camera like freezes. So like you get a kind of a transition into an actual photo, and like I think the scene where De Niro is like punching the wall in the prison cell is like the best minute or two of acting in the last 50.
Yeah.
Raging
Great
Bull,
flick.
number
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
fair. That's all fair.
Yeah.
John, did you
I
say?
got that as number 3. So
Oh, you do. You should have spoken up.
Oh,
I did.
shoot.
You were going on so well that I didn't have the heart to go.
Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's
Sorry.
okay.
couldn't care less because there's no way I would have ever put it as succinctly as that. So, and I agree with all those points. So
Yeah.
let's just keep going. That was good. I mean, it's
Okay.
like
Yeah, what else?
I could have said it better. Like honestly, I could have said it better. I like boxing, and I also like De Niro, and I like all these things that they're discussing. It's a good movie, man. It really is. I didn't think. I remember the next day after we did the podcast, or after we watched it and did the podcast. The day after the podcast, I was talking to a friend about it because what was the podcast this week? It's Raging Bull, and I was just like, I fucking like that movie. I was not anticipating that it was like that's a good fucking movie. So number 3.
Number 3. Nice. John, was Totoro 2 or 3 for you?
Totoro was 3 for me.
It was 3 for you.
Yeah, so I got Up 5, Warrior 4, My Neighbor Totoro 3.
Totoro. So we know TC's 3 is Raging Bull. Yours is
So I have
Totoro.
yeah.
My number 3, and I'll pause to see if anyone else has this time. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Nope.
Nope.
Go. Like I said in the podcast recently, I grew up with this movie. It's got a special place in my heart. I freaking love Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. The soundtrack is amazing. It's a super fun movie. It's like action-packed and funny the entire way. There's no, I know John doesn't like the beginning part, but I don't think there's like a bad part to the movie. I don't think it drags at any moment. I think like all of the little tangents they do, like going to Germany to like get the journal back. It's usually when movies do that, I mean, it ends up boring a lot of the time, but there's always like some drama or some action or some comedy in all of the scenes and all the relationships I really like. The practical effects are like, they're practical effects. There's people jumping from boat to boat, from horse to tank. There's things blowing up and it's just on fire in the water. They go to real locations in the world. It's just fucking awesome. I love the movie. I've seen it, tens of times. And Harrison Ford's my dad. So yeah, number 3.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
That's right. How can we forget
wow.
that that point?
Yeah, lucky.
And Sean Connery
maybe, I don't know,
is
he was a
my
different
grandfather.
father.
Yeah.
Nice.
And River Phoenix is my stepbrother. Harrison Ford had a couple of wives. It was a little messy there for a bit, but
Well,
yeah.
I mean, he had it going on, right?
He did. Han Solo, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
He had a good 70s.
No kidding. Yeah.
Good decade for that man.
I don't know if anybody has had, in terms of playing a leading character in more than one franchise, you had being Han Solo and being Indiana Jones.
I don't think so.
Certainly nobody had two better like matching soundtracks.
Oh yeah. He's a part of like the two best like both John Williams, 2 best soundtracks.
Right.
Star Wars, Indiana Jones. All right, what do we got? So TC, we know your number 2 is Up.
Yep.
John, what is your number 2?
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. It is not my
That
number
is
2.
not in anybody's top 5. I am
No.
surprised. Well, this
Negative.
movie is just, to me, it is dark science fiction. And I had not seen when I saw it back then, I had not seen anything like it. And I think that I love science fiction, and to also put a grittiness to it, just the style of it. And hey, it's Harrison Ford again. So look,
Gotta love him.
he's amazing. he's good in that, and
He's all
he's
emo
being
and shit.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
being a little less wacky, hot shot. He's being more like,
Like
more
pissed off
mopey.
at the director the entire movie. It's kind of angry.
Yeah. Oh, and I love. I don't know. There's something I also love about that this film was kind of chaos behind the scenes. It wasn't necessarily successful at first. That it has all these iterations, and the final cut is really great. Is truly good. So like the story behind it is also impressive. I think there's something inspiring about how there's like a messiness to this process sometimes, so that people can like make something that's really amazing, even though they're like struggling and uncertain and maybe confused, or maybe like not necessarily the nicest of people even, but they're like somehow something really amazing comes out of the whole thing. That it was based on a Philip K. Dick novel, and he's also an amazing, interesting artist himself as a writer who had a lot of really amazing ideas. So I also like really value that too. But ultimately too, it's like just the design of the film is so amazing. Like the way things look is just, I don't think anything is done. I mean, maybe there's some other films that have done it, but just like portraying this kind of gritty, dark future look that's kind of run by corporations. I think that it's just pretty spectacular. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons to for me to like this film.
Nice.
Nice.
My number 2 is Inside Out. Yeah, this movie.
Another
Pixar. Lots of cartoons, lots of Pixar. It's good stuff. This movie is, I don't know. This movie made me cry because like it has the whole thing. I visited some friends. I moved to California. I can relate to it into the fact of like moving somebody somewhere and like being sad about the move. I think the whole idea, like the ideas they present on how the mind works, is just useful and entertaining, and it's like it makes sense, and it teaches you like not to feel bad about the feelings you're having, because I feel like it's like the hardest part of growing up is like coming to terms with the things you can't control inside your own body. And this movie teaches you from like a young age that it's fine. It's like everyone experiences it. It's like natural. And it does it in like such a beautiful way. Like the visualizations of all the memories, the way it combines the colors towards the end, the little cities they build of like all the different personality traits you have. It's just like, it's an amazing way to, it's like, it's visual storytelling at its like best. And like even
you didn't hear what I said.
No, what'd you say?
I just said the dragging middle third.
Oh no, I like the I like the chase.
I didn't catch that either, John.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that either.
I like Imagination Land. I like the little box they go and flatten out.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I like it when she stacks all the boyfriends up and just kills like 100 people in a row. I like that.
Good.
Yeah, Sadness is great. All the voice actors are like perfectly cast.
Yeah.
Sadness and Joy are obviously the best. But I mean,
it's
they're all utilized
such a good
perfectly.
movie.
Yeah. There's just, I'm hoping one of you put this as number 1 because I could talk about it a lot longer.
No, negative.
John,
Got nothing on this one.
You can keep going.
To
if
be
you
honest,
want, then.
Danny, to be honest, I kind of forgot about this one. I probably looked at the title and was just like, I don't know what that is. Because I was like, I guarantee. Because when you mentioned it, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that could have been in the running for Up.
Yeah.
Just a similar type of, I don't know. Yeah, it had some really good,
similar.
Some nuggets in there of life.
It does, yeah.
Because that was well said, right? What I just said, yeah.
Yeah.
Just what is life?
It's all about life, man. Sadness.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I think that's all I got for the number 2. Guys, number 1 time. You ready for this?
Is it already?
Oh, already.
Man, that was quick. It goes by fast.
It does go by fast. But we still got bottom 3.
All the good times.
Before we get to the number 1. Yeah, before we get to number 1, I'm going to take a good long swig of this beer right here. So,
let's do it. Okay, bottoms up, boys.
Oh, yes. Clink.
I'm a lot of the white wine I found in the fridge.
Oh, you found it, did you?
Yeah. I was like looking for something. I said, I don't have beer. Oh, look, there's some white wine.
Nice.
Half open.
Better
Don't know
than
how long
nothing.
it's been sitting there.
Yeah, right. Is it supposed to taste this way? I don't know.
Smells
It's
like
white wine.
vinegar. But,
It's one of them stinky wines.
Yeah, it could be. It's
one of
like
those-
cheese.
the
You don't know
hipsters
if it's
are
bad.
drinking it these days.
That's right. It's like it tastes like socks. Is that supposed to be? Like, cheese does that too.
it's from Germany. It's
That's
German
right.
cheese. So it's, sock is their favorite flavor.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. TC,
What do you got?
number 1.
What the fucking guy?
Oh, my God.
What the fuck do you think I put for number 1? Well, I got the fucking number 1 movie. How about them apples?
How about
I'll tell you that right
Metropolis?
there.
Metropolis.
Metropolis, actually, guys. Yeah, Metropolis, one of my favorite films.
Yes. Yes.
No, obviously I picked fucking Good Will Hunting. Duh.
Yep.
Yeah. Why,
Of course.
TC? Why?
I picked Good Will Hunting because, and then, fill in any fucking reason in the world. It's the best fucking movie ever made, dude. Come on. No, no, I picked it mainly because just, I do love the setting.
Boston.
The soundtrack. Gus Van Sant's a hell of a director. Is it John Williams on the score? Who did the score? I don't even remember.
It's the guy who stabbed himself, isn't it?
Elfman. Yeah, Elfie.
Oh, yeah.
Elfman.
Plus the guy who stabbed himself, right? In the heart.
Oh, Elliot Smith. Duh.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got some tunes
How
in
could
there.
I forget. I got to fucking, this music is my life.
Yeah.
No, I do. Yeah. I mean, Elliot Smith's, kind of debut to the, I don't know, I guess the important world. For
The
money.
paying attention world.
But,
Money world.
Yeah. I mean, I just like the idea of someone in, Southie. It's just it's always a good story. I mean, every story you hear in Boston, if they're like, well, I got a buddy in Southie, you're like, yep, listening to this one. That's definitely, these are funny
It's going to be
stories.
somewhat violent. There's going to be funny accents
Ah,
the entire time.
You ever heard of someone with a character type speak? This is them. It's great.
Yeah.
So I mean, for so many reasons I pick. Production wise, acting wise, just the way it makes you feel.
Nostalgia wise.
Yeah.
Nostalgia wise, because I miss the East Coast like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I can't starting to lose my faith in this West Coast bullshit. So yeah, I mean, there's that too, absolutely. And so yeah, I mean, I would watch this movie and have watched this movie fucking hundreds of times probably, and will continue to do so. If I ever have a date or a kid or any of that, I would also be showing them
Make them
this.
watch
Like,
it?
oh, we're fucking sitting down and we're watching Good Will Hunting. You
You're
want to
gonna
know where you're from? You want to know where you're fucking from? Yeah, you want to know what's good for you? It would be better for you if you watch the movie with me. So yeah.
Nice.
Anyways,
It's got good acting, good soundtrack,
Oh.
makes me hate where I live, good directing.
Yeah,
Number one.
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all the things, all the feelings. That's exactly what it is.
All
That's
the
it.
things.
So that's it. That's my number one. I mean, I mean, if you didn't see that coming, you're not listening to this podcast.
That's true.
That's right.
John, what about you? Number one.
Number one, Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yep.
really.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of surprised that wasn't on your list too,
Interesting.
TC. But go ahead, John.
Oh well, yeah. Because I will give you're saying like if I thought about rounding out the the picks,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
an honorable mention.
right?
I think this film captures like everything that I not only love about film but love about doing this podcast. Is to just it was such a and also like I mean part of this is just the commentary track on this one, and Guillermo del Toro's vision is just so so honest and thoughtful. And I mean everything about this film I love because I love the fantasy elements, but I also love the backdrop of war and fascism that's going on there, and the sort of tenseness there. And the little girl is just amazing. So again, it's this combination of reality. It's kind of like the opposite of Totoro, like you have this dark fantasy element, but it's just this horrible, grim reality. And I think the juxtaposition of those two things is really amazing.
You think the
So you
fawn is
take-
like Totoro? He's just less soft, but he does live in
Yeah,
like a
right.
tree hole, basically.
Right. That's fair. So you take that, and then what you add is like just the crafting of the film itself. Part of this is, once you start like watching the film and see how the camera's constantly moving, and you learn how like they would sort of orchestrate the whole thing. So it is almost like a dance number, each of the scenes in terms of the way the camera would move and the people were supposed to move. And so then when I started to watch the film with that in mind, it was also just really amazing to start noticing it. So I just think this combination of fantasy and darkness and reality, plus just this man's vision of the story he wanted to tell, and how like important it was to him to tell that story. And I don't know. I think that it's just like really what I love about movies. So yeah.
It's great. I mean, I think that you, John, tell me if I'm wrong, but you probably like this movie a lot too because the like Del Toro is such a cool guy and it comes across in the commentary. Plus,
by far.
Yeah.
I mean that is a huge part of this because I do love the idea of feeling like you sort of like can really understand where somebody's coming from, and he's so nice about it at the same time.
Yeah.
There's nothing like pretentious about the way he talks about it, and I think that's also really amazing. Looking back over the last 50, it's like that's the one I was like had the best impression of in terms of how much I enjoyed watching that film and how much I enjoyed talking about it, and then also enjoyed watching the commentary to boot.
nice.
Mm.
Did you hear me, TC? Did you hear me?
I don't remember what you said now.
Oh man! You're
it's a
going to be
shame.
a difficult father.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be a pain in the ass.
What
What'd
was
you say?
that,
How?
son?
Are you trying to? You guys see the funny thing is there's stages, right? So I'm a horrible boyfriend too. So you're not even gonna get to the father part. I don't even have to worry about
There's
that.
natural
It's not
checks in
coming.
place to prevent it from ever happening.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the universe. They put these things in place for you because it's a wall, really.
No,
Anyway.
Honey, did you remember to pick up the groceries?
Boy.
What?
Yeah, you're okay. What?
You guys need to do what?
Wait, you guys
What?
eat food? Oh, fuck. Yeah, I got the fancy feast, but no. Anyway,
I got the cat. I take care of the cat. I thought that's all I,
I
had
got the
to
cat.
do.
Cat doesn't fucking talk. You guys are making a lot of fucking noise back there. Here's $5. Go to fucking Burger King and shut up. Huh?
All right, pilot. All right, pirate. You know the
Pilot,
deal. One for
pirate,
you, two
yeah.
for me. All right.
Yeah.
Fancy feast time. Here we go.
All right. What do you think? What do you think
Oh,
tonight?
God.
Turkey? You want
Yeah.
turkey? I'll do
Giblets
beef.
or
All
shredded
right, I'll do
beef. What do you think?
Hey,
I
I
don't
like
know.
the pate. I like the shreddeds myself. But, she likes the pate. What are you going to do?
You got to go shredded chicken with the gravy sauce. That's what you got to get. The gravy
Actually
sauce.
sounds pretty good. Not going to lie.
Ooh.
Oh
sounds pretty
God!
good.
And whatever it is that somehow creates that kind of mucus-like texture for the whole
Or,
thing. I don't know how they get
the
that.
smell. Whatever
Yeah,
makes that
oof.
thing smell like it does. I have no idea.
It's like soup that needs water added to it straight out of a can.
Yeah, jelly.
And-
It's like
yeah.
gelatin.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's
Or like kind of
gelatin.
like-
That's
Yeah.
probably all it really
Delicious.
is. And she
Salty.
fucking loves it. So what
Yeah.
are you going to do, right?
It's good for them. Makes them big and strong.
It makes them annoying when it's not in there and
Yeah.
in the bowl anymore. That's for
true.
sure.
Your one job, you idiots. Give me some of that sludgy
yeah.
shit. I want it.
Hey, Kat, you're pretty annoying right now. Oh, yeah, the bowl's empty. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working.
Anywho,
Anywho,
what are we talking about?
Number
Where-
one.
Where am I?
number one for me.
Number
Blade
one
Runner.
for you.
Going Blade Runner,
Oh.
John.
Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you said. Good for me. Thanks, John. Says the guy who put it at number 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for you. Your rules worked against you in this case because I got to go first. Thanks, Denny. Fuck
No,
off.
that's
Denny.
good. I don't want to repeat anything you said, but I agree with everything you said.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, there are scenes. It's weird because there are scenes in this movie that I think don't work, like the romance scenes. But
Yeah.
like what you said, it looks
Uh-huh.
so good the entire time that even though there's like stuff in the story going on that I don't necessarily care about, the way that it looks just makes it like better than everything else. And when you add that onto like some of the ideas in the movie, some of the acting in the movie, the soundtrack I really love. I mean, the lighting in the sets, it's like basically that's the baseline of what makes the movie good because it's like
The atmosphere,
best.
right?
Yeah.
It's like
The
the best
world building,
atmosphere.
The opening
Yeah.
shots of him like flying into the city, it's like the single greatest world building shot ever. I mean, you see the entire city and you're in that place the entire time.
Yeah.
Not even the best science fiction movies have that type of scale to it, and they give you that sort of idea of where you are exactly.
Right, that sense of place, right?
Yeah.
Just by showing you something, but then like and showing it in motion the way they do. Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's good call.
everything looks lived in. Like he's getting the noodles. Like it looks kind of dirty. It's raining. There are just people walking around. There's a bunch of just like I think the best kind of sci-fi is the stuff that doesn't really explain why things are the way they are. They're just like it's just in the background. Like people's clothing is weird. There's like technology going on. They're not like,
Right.
oh, this computer does it like this. No, it's just
Right.
like this is the world.
Everything,
This is
everything is Chinese. Nobody knows why,
Yeah.
but you can think about why that's the case.
Yeah, you can try to figure it out or
Right.
not. It's just like
Yeah.
it's in there. It's just like a
Right.
lot of imagination. The freaking Ridley Scott, I think it's his. I thank him for it. I think it was like his determination to like work with a pissed off Harrison Ford, to work with a bunch of crew that didn't understand what was going on and thought
Right.
they were making a terrible movie, but he stuck with it. He didn't
Yep.
he didn't bend to appease everyone.
No, he had a vision, and I again I don't know the backstory, but I think we'll see. I'm guessing we're going to see something similar when we get to Alien, in terms of it's another sense of like world building and showing it's at a smaller scale in a way, but showing that kind of that like attention to detail.
yeah,
Yeah,
and with a much lower budget
and he's
too.
cheap. Like
Yeah.
even in Blade Runner, they talk about how cheap he was. They would just reuse props or whatever.
Flip it upside
So it
down,
wasn't-
paint it a different color. New
Yeah,
set.
so it wasn't like they were just knocking the budget out of the park or anything like that. They were like, he's also like cheap, which is amazing.
Yeah, and like I think it was like the smoke and the darkness was the reason. Like they had no budget, so he had to do dark
Right.
smoke and rain
Yeah.
to like obscure the bad sets and stuff. But it just made it look better than any even the best set, because of all the
And
Smoke
it
looks
again
great.
speaks to to some extent there was some chaos and stuff, but even the other part is just how they were doing this on a limited budget, and it's this idea of somehow there's something very magical about taking what you have and making the best of it. And somehow that's even better than if you can go back and redo it all however you wanted. Although in this case, like, when he had the final cut, it
I was gonna say
it worked, right?
they went back and they
So-
made it even
right.
better somehow.
And they made it even better. It wasn't like
Huh.
a Donnie Darko situation where they like had more money and got the songs they wanted and the songs were worse. But it's still amazing. It's like they were operating in some chaos and with a low budget, and they still pulled off what they did. And I think it's amazing for a filmmaker. I don't know if there's any other case of this where they go back and they do the final edit and it's better. It's like seriously like better, and that the first wasn't bad anyway. I
Yeah,
don't know if I can think of something like that.
Can't think of anything.
So it's that I think that's also quite an achievement that he doesn't lose his vision about what he wants even after all this time. He's not like I don't know. I mean, George
And he
Lucas
didn't even
is the
sign
big
on. They
example of this.
redid it in the 90s, and he did not. Like, he worked on it, but
Right.
they wanted to call it the director's cut, and he's
Right.
like,
And
I
he
don't.
said, no,
they
that's
did,
not
but-
what I want.
Yeah, but
Right.
he was saying even like 16 years later, or what was it, 12 years later, that he didn't agree. He's like, no, this is not what I want. Like, this is better,
Yeah.
but it's still not
Wow.
what I had. You know, it wasn't until
Yeah.
like
Damn.
2007 or something when the final cut came out, and they did even more special effects and re-editing and added in scenes that weren't in the original movie. They did so much stuff, and he's just like,
Mhm.
this is what I wanted to do in the 80s, and they wouldn't let me. But now,
And he's right.
Wow.
And it is good. And I think that for somebody to hold on to that vision as they get older like that, I don't know. I don't know who else. I don't know of anything, not
I
just
mean,
movies, but music.
I don't know if I buy all that shit anyway, though. It's
Oh,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
one of the reasons I also love this movie is the amount of like documentation they have on it. They were filming a documentary while they were making the movie, and there's just like you hear, like you can see all these stories. It's not just like stories. It's video documented. It's awesome. Like I think it's a 2.5 hour long or a 3 hour long documentary on the movie. There's like commentary tracks, there's special features and shit. So it's not just like him saying that now that it's good, I take credit for it. It's like he was fighting
Oh, no,
for
I
it
didn't
the
mean it
entire
like
time.
that. I just think
Oh.
your brain changes over time, and like
Well,
what
yeah.
you think you wanted then,
Sure.
I don't think.
Oh
it's
no,
in the same
I
state.
think that's my point, TC. I think that's generally the case. I think that's not what's happening here, though. I think he has like a singular vision that he holds on to. And I
See,
think
that's what
that's
I don't buy
amazing.
any of it. I don't
You
know what
know?
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I
He's
don't buy- I
always
don't
been
buy any of that
vocal
shit.
against
That's
how the
fair.
movie turned
I
out
hate
until the final cut
Hollywood.
came out.
That's
Yeah.
what it comes down to. I think they're all a bunch of lying sacks of shit with their creative vision. Fuck
I
off.
don't think Ridley's kind of Hollywood though. He's always been sort of. I mean that.
No,
yeah,
but that's
yeah,
like that.
been-
That's like that. High
Yeah.
horse, that thing that's like,
Ah.
oh, I just have such a vision. Fuck off.
well,
I don't
maybe,
buy
but
it.
I don't see him like.
That's
and
why
again,
I'm never going
I'm-
to be that important.
Well,
guys.
that's fair. But I've never watched. I haven't watched it. Maybe
I don't
Denny.
believe that anyone can't be average. Guess what,
Right.
dude? They can. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
all
okay.
it is, John. I mean,
And I don't
Disagree.
know-
I agree with you with
fucking-
99% of people, TC, but
Yeah.
Ridley Scott made a freaking masterpiece, and he can
What do you mean?
talk,
I'm
he can talk it up.
fucking Gladiator is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I just,
We'll get to that one, right? That
yes,
one's on here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
Yeah.
We talked over you for a bit there.
No, it's okay. I just
it's
think
just one of those
that-
things. Like you guys know, you've made art in the past, right? Like you fucking, you start off, you don't
Go
end
on.
up in the same place. Come on.
I think some people.
Even if you think you
Wait.
had a vision, and then you get to
I
the
know.
end, you're like, that's what I wanted. Like bullshit. It's not what you wanted
That's-
fucking 7 weeks ago.
That's what I'm trying to say is so unusual here. I think it's
Agreed.
I think that's what is so unusual. I
Right?
totally
I guess
agree
I'm
with
saying
you.
I just don't think it even. Yeah, it's not.
I
a
know.
fucking-
You're saying it never happens, and
It
I'm
doesn't
saying
happen.
it happens when
Right.
someone's extremely talented,
I'm
like
trying
Ridley
to
Scott.
I'm trying to say it may happen rarely, and I think in this case it did, but I don't know for sure.
I believe that's true too, and there's no way to know for sure, John. But I think there's a lot pointing that way.
Yeah.
And I like to believe it just because I like the movie
Yeah.
so much.
That's right. That's okay.
That's right.
Well, we can dive into that some other.
But and
Yeah.
it's also and again I haven't seen interviews with Ridley Scott at all, but I don't know if there's this sense of like it's like he's doing this for himself. He's not trying to do it because he wants to show people that he's a
well,
visionary.
right, of course, right.
He's
of
just
course.
it's all about like and the same thing
right.
comes
So
across
realistically,
with
the
Del
people
Toro.
saying that is like the other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just hate everything. So what are you gonna do?
Hey,
right?
Yeah, what can you
no,
do?
No. These were good top fives, all of us. Good job, all of us.
Agreed.
Yeah, they
Hey.
weren't bad. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So this is the midway
Wait,
point
wait,
of the
wait.
episode. Do we want to take a pause, grab a drink, do the special
Yes.
categories, and then the bottom three? Or do we want to do the special categories, then grab a drink, then do the bottom three?
What are the special categories?
Oh, you'll see.
Denny has made up some things.
Should we get a drink now?
I
Yeah.
I have both fists full of beer.
Oh, you
right now.
asshole.
I got
Pass
two.
me one.
I got two beers.
Give me
in
one of
my
them.
hand. I got one in each
What
hand.
do
I
you
got
got?
one that's almost done.
What,
I got
are they both
Tall
like,
Boy
are
and
they
Miller
like,
Lite.
all right, I was gonna say
Tall
because
Boy
that's
and Miller
like
Lite.
yeah, well that's just that equals maybe one beer then.
No, it's 4 beers in my hand right now.
Well,
I
there
got
maybe
two
that's
almost done. I got 2 more in this other hand. So yeah, go get a drink, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Bear back. All I can eat is a little something.
That's a tough one.
You like that one?
I mean, it's a good taste. It's a good taste, but that's a tough beer. That'll get you knocked up. That'll
yes.
get you fucking
7.5.
You make all sorts of mistakes on that motherfucker.
I love me some 7-point IPAs.
Yeah, I'm on the Miller Lite left. I got Miller Lite right, and
Miller Lite's good. You
In
can
the
drink
middle-
a bunch of them.
in the middle, I got a bag of pistachios and 2 bags of M&Ms.
Ooh.
Oh, and a weed brownie.
Oh,
That's what I'm looking at right in front of me right now because I'm a healthy person.
it sounds like a fun time, really.
Yeah, right. We got fucking weed. We got beer. We got snacks. Come on, dude.
You got the smokable kind, you got the edible kind.
It's a stroke waiting to happen, you know?
At least when you're having the stroke, you'll be like, oh, I just ate too much weed as you're having the stroke.
I'll be having the strokes and being like, it was worth it. And then
Fucking
I'll be fucked for
awesome,
life.
yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like, I love pistachios. Okay, pal.
I just used
We
ease
gotta
for the
bring you
first
to the
time.
ER. Oh, yeah? How'd that go?
It kind of sucked.
Really?
The person. Well, I mean, it worked, but like, I did a little chat window thing, and I was like, hey, like, how long does a delivery typically take? And they're like, between a half.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It was like a half an hour and an hour, and I'm like, oh, it's not bad. 3.5 hours later,
Holy,
the
that's
person came.
ridiculous.
Like I was
That
planning
doesn't
on
make
eating
sense.
weed and having a
Did
good
you
time.
complain?
No.
You
I
should have, because I bet you that was the driver's fault and not the
I don't. Yeah,
Ease
I don't know
company.
how it works. She came from Hayward,
It's a vendor.
which
It's
is
a vendor, dude. It's like Uber, right? So they employ these people in an ad hoc sense where people try to drive for them, right? But like the people doing all the actual coordination of you getting the weed, that's Ease, right? So I bet you if you complain to them and said it's an absolutely unacceptable fucking time, I could have taken the fucking bus and got that faster for myself.
yeah.
They might give you like at least another free ride somewhere, you know, like fuck, give me an extra brownie on the next batch, or we'll give you a pre-roll or
Give me
something.
a bag. Give me a bag of weed.
That's fucking ridiculous. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Fuck you.
3.5
I'd
hours.
be so pissed, especially since my weed store's like next corner.
Yeah, dude. Our
But-
weed store's not far away either, so I could have just gone. But I was like,
yeah,
ah,
right.
it's-
Like you just
it
gone.
was my birthday, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, bring the weed to me.
right, because you feel like you fucking don't have you do so much goddamn shit during the week.
I know.
You know, and then you feel like you want to take a break. I totally get it. I'd be fucking livid. I'd be, be a white guy calling. Hi, I'm Terrence. You guys took 3.5 hours for my 1/8 of marijuana. I'm very annoyed. They'd be like, sir, we need to get you the fuck off of this phone right now. Yeah, you would. Please bring me some more marijuana. Yeah, so that would be me. I'd be all
What?
pissed off white guy. Yeah,
Hello.
Yeah, you're gonna listen
Never mind,
to that
John,
later.
never mind.
and get a good
Never mind,
laugh.
I don't know.
You're gonna get
Jerry
a good
Lee
laugh.
Lewis, the drug dealer. I don't know.
No, it's more just
It's
you'll
Jerry
see.
Lewis,
You'll see.
is it? Not Lee Lewis, but Jerry
don't
Lewis.
ruin it for yourself now and have me redo it. You just gotta
Yeah,
have to
okay.
listen. Yeah,
Okay,
it's-
Experience it for the first
Yeah.
time there, John.
It's me beginning my voice acting career.
Oh, finally.
The soon-to-be successful career.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No, you'll do it. You'll
it's
make it.
it's called that's what happens when you're in the mental institution and you're just talking at the wall. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. So what's up?
Oh, so
are we
guys,
doing
so
now?
now we're
Yeah,
back and we're
we're
going to do
doing
special features?
special categories.
All right. So what'd you come up with?
Some of these
Yeah,
are fun.
Denny.
Some of these are pretty straightforward. I have 5 categories
Okay.
with
Okay.
varying numbers of nominees on each one.
Okay.
Okay.
First category is 4 nominees. The category is least dated silent film. The movies are
Oh.
The General, Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans, The Gold Rush, and Metropolis.
Hmm.
Ugh.
I figured this one wouldn't get very much participation from TC.
Maybe Sunrise.
Yeah.
I mean, that one I remember. I just liked the sets, and I also liked how, I don't know, how detailed everything was.
I mean, The Gold Rush and The General probably, I just listed all the silent
Well,
films we watched.
those are historically kind of, anyway. They're
Right.
like set in a historical setting.
They're
so they're
period
supposed to
pieces
be
that were
dated.
also made 80 years ago. Like they were,
Right.
like storyline 150 years ago made 80
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago.
Hey, yeah,
That's
that's
true.
really.
Right. So
Not
they're
great.
really dated. Metropolis really looks, I mean, I still like the look of it in ways, but it still is dated
The
looking.
format
I think.
of the story is dated because
Yeah.
it is boring.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Although,
Yeah.
I wish I knew about the 80s
Yeah.
soundtrack and just watched it with that because
Yeah.
it's pretty glorious.
Have you
I
watched some
think
of it?
I would have really
since then?
liked. I watched parts of it. It's all on YouTube. It's pretty amazing.
Ooh.
And
Is
it's
it like
most
the, Is it like the
80s
Wizard of Oz thing where you have to sync up? Can you just like pop on a CD and when like
No, it was done. It was like an official thing. It's like got Queen and.
is there a way
or
to
not
watch it
Queen,
not
but-
on YouTube?
I don't know. Why is YouTube not? Are you not get access to YouTube?
Is it the full movie on YouTube? It sounded
Yeah.
like it was just like individual songs with the movie. In the
No,
background.
it's the full movie with this 80s soundtrack there.
Oh.
And it was done. It was like redone and released in theaters when it was done with this modern soundtrack. It was like an official thing.
That does sound good.
But anyway, you're right. Otherwise, it was, man, that was actually most dated possibly in some
Yeah.
ways because it wasn't the period piece and it was trying to be futuristic. Although some of it was cool, but whatever.
Yeah. So Sunrise, the song of two
Yeah.
humans. It's kind of just a character drama, like a relationship
Yeah.
story.
Drown your wife in a canoe or
Yeah.
whatever.
You
Sure.
feel bad
I know.
about it and then go on a weird date.
Yeah,
Right.
Basically, what
Sounds-
that movie
yeah.
was.
I don't
I
remember
think
it
they call that
specifically, but-
Dateline now.
Yeah. See, that's very modern, right?
yeah. Yeah, right.
That's
It
true.
ties in to,
There you
to
go.
the most recent, 48 hours,
There's
Dateline,
evidence to back it up. Great.
ID channel.
All right, you guys ready for this long one? It's
Yeah.
a long category here. There's 16 nominees in this one.
Oh my God.
What?
Best
I gotta
foreign-
hold on. You're gonna have to go put it in half speed so I can write the shit
Okay.
down because I'm never
Best
gonna remember.
best foreign picture: A Separation,
Oh.
3 Idiots, The Hunt, Yojimbo, Children of Heaven, Downfall, Pan's Labyrinth, Totoro. I did the Ghibli ones as foreign. I think that counts, even though they're dubbed in English. So Totoro, Howl's
Yeah,
Moving
right.
Castle, Ron, Ikiru, The Secrets in Their Eyes, The Seventh Seal, Wild Strawberries, Ensemble, and Tokyo Story.
Damn it.
Jeez, dude, you're gonna have to stop.
I forgot all
got
about
probably
the
8
separation,
I got like 4
and I
of
feel
them.
bad.
Can I here? Let me. I'll paste this into the Skype chat. Can I do that?
You can.
Yes,
How do
that
I-
would be much more efficient.
How do I? Do
I feel
that?
bad. I forgot all about a separation because that one deserves some
I
mention.
don't even remember.
There you go.
a separation
I just sent it
now.
on
Oh,
Skype.
perfect. There we go. That's much.
Wow, look at that.
easier.
Wow, it's all purple and big.
Yeah,
It's purple
where'd it
and
go?
big.
Skype is just
Motherfucker,
weird.
where did it go?
I don't know.
John, it's
Skype,
just like
you're
my thumb when I squeeze the base of it for too long. You know,
Yeah.
purple
What
and
in
big.
the fuck
I love
is
it.
going
and,
on
then
here?
and then it disappeared and I can't find it anymore. I,
I
love
can't
you,
either.
Skype.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
It
There
just-
it is.
it
Open,
showed up in like some
open
kind of
conversation.
glorious-
Yeah, it showed
Yeah.
up perfect, and then it was like, oh, by the way, I'm not going to stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go somewhere else.
You got
And
it.
I'm
You
not
got
gonna
it.
show
You memorized this
where.
yet? You memorized it? I'm gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but we're not going to tell you where exactly we put it, but it's going to be there.
I thought it would go in chats, and I don't. Maybe I
It is
don't
in
see
chats.
It
It's in chat.
I don't see it. Wait, maybe if I open this.
Yeah, if you-
and
if
then,
you do
oh
the
wait, and then I
bottom.
go here. Okay,
Yep.
there we go.
There
And wow,
it is.
it is purple.
It's
Purple.
still
Okay.
purple.
Oh man, it is totally. Thank you, Skype, for being purple. Whatever.
We got against
we need,
purple.
guys.
Yeah, you
know
gotta-
what we need.
you got something wrong with- is there
normally
something wrong
we
with
need-
purple or
We
what?
need,
Yeah,
no,
what's
we
going on
need
there?
purple. You need purple. I'm thinking purple. You're
Okay.
right. Purple.
Is to-
I'm
is that-
sorry.
whoa,
John's
what is
on a
going
purple
Denny?
rant here. I don't
Johnny
understand
is
this.
on a. He fucking hates purple.
Yeah.
John
No, no.
hates purple.
I just
That's-
am thinking about what it's like in the Skype design room because those people are like nonstop madmen.
Oh, they're fucking tripping out in there. Come on, look at this thing. The colors are all fucking whack.
yeah.
It's like 3 updates
Yeah.
a day at this point on Skype, and they
Yeah, I
changed the
know.
Navy,
fucking
they got
features.
navy blue. They got dark gray, heather gray.
Yeah.
They got text that's not quite white.
Yeah.
They've got purple.
Look, we've
They've
made
got
it
black,
friendlier
purple.
but harder to use.
They've
every
got an
time.
ugly red that just says, "Hey, notification." And then they've got, there's just a shitty ass logo. Yeah, hey Skype, thanks for giving it to us for free though, huh?
Yeah, it is sweet. I know.
There's
Yeah,
not even
sorry.
advertising. I mean, come on, it's pretty good.
Right,
Yeah,
right. We
right.
shouldn't
We're
complain,
just,
right?
just making fun of it. It's still helping them.
It is the foundation of our podcast. So sorry, Skype.
Also,
yeah,
fuck
right,
you.
My bad.
Thank you.
I got about
But yes,
halfway through
also,
the disc
anyway.
when I was like, oh, wait, we used it. It'd be like Netflix fucking with Amazon, right? And being like, fuck you, Amazon. We're the best platform. Oh, we run on it? Oh, we run
Yeah, oh,
on AWS.
Ooh, sorry.
Whoa. So, yeah, that's what we just did. That's what I just did. That's what I just
That's fine.
did. You guys had
That's
nothing to do with it. All right, so back to this list. A bunch
Yeah.
of
So
hell
this
of a list, Denny.
So I picked. I mean, Totoro was on my list, so I might go with
Yeah.
Totoro. Pan's Labyrinth
know.
was on John's list. I
Yeah.
might go with that. TC, what do
Yeah.
you think?
And I had,
Wait, you had Totoro on your list too, actually.
yeah, I had Totoro on my list.
So we're
too.
going Totoro and fucking Pan's
Yeah,
Labyrinth.
but I
pretty
want
much
to put, I
Totoro
wanna put
and,
a separation up there. I want a separation up there too. That film was amazing. That was really
I don't
Incendies
even
or
remember. I don't
Ansalzi?
remember what a separation
and
was.
Incendies was great too.
We just
yeah.
watched the separation. It was
Oh,
the
a
one
separation was the one in the Arabic one. right?
Iranian,
Yeah.
Iranian one, yeah.
family drama, pushing people down the stairs, all that good stuff.
Yeah,
right,
that's
right,
it.
right. Dead
And
babies.
yeah.
The soft spot for Three
Common
Idiots. The Hunt. I've loved a lot of
Honestly,
our forward ones this time. Yeah.
These are tough, Denny, because they, it depends on the mood you're in. They
Right.
could all be good, right? So
I mean,
like,
Downfall
yeah.
was an amazing movie, but holy crap, it
you're
was
right.
depressing. So I'm not putting it on my list.
Yeah,
you
well.
Oh,
know?
I know that one was. Yeah. Again,
like-
it was.
the fucking Three Idiots is hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I think we're seeing the, and even when we get, I don't know, for me, when we get to the worst three, even I think we're seeing like just an overall better quality as we go up the list in general. It's like,
absolutely.
I had a
Like,
hard
this
time with my
is-
bottom three. I'll be honest.
well, no, I did too.
Oh,
I really
didn't.
did.
Wait till we get there.
The other ones I had I was like, which one do I want to put at 3? Because I have a number of ones. But this one was like, do I want to put this at number 3? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it that much.
Wait till you hear what I got for that. That's great.
Oh, nice.
Sean must have been annoyed too, because Sean was
Oh.
just like, dude, I'm just trying to do my job here. I got one fucking job.
I know. It's like, what do you want to do, man? Come on, help me
Hey
out.
man, I understand you're not happy, but like I just need you to give me the info, bro. That's what I imagine he was thinking at home. Anyways, go ahead.
Oh, if nothing else, Danny, this category just demonstrates how many great foreign films were on the last 50.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point, John.
I would say I'd
That's-
recommend every
a good
one of
point.
these movies except for Wild Strawberries, The Secrets in Their Eyes,
Yeah.
and Children of Heaven if you weren't a child.
Well, and I would back you up on Wild Strawberries, but I really enjoyed The Secrets in Their Eyes. So,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Too bad.
I remember you
Yep.
enjoying that.
I think Ron also. I wouldn't recommend Ron.
I didn't much enjoy that, John. That
yeah.
you
Ron
enjoyed
was
that.
Ron was interesting.
Ron was kept on.
Yojimbo.
It was a
Yojimbo.
raw.
What?
I'm trying to make like a pun, but I can't think of anything.
It was like
It
a raw.
The Ron time was really long.
Oh, yeah,
the
I was gonna say all you
runtime.
can do is think of something very, very racist, kind of to say.
Yeah.
But dude, that was good.
You like that
though.
one?
It would have finally,
Yeah.
it would have finally paid off. That was a fucking good
You
one.
just gotta give me 30 seconds for jokes, guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
wait.
hold on. If I sound like I'm stuttering, I am. Okay.
Because I'm thinking.
I do not
Yeah,
yield the
that's
floor.
slow.
Give me
Yeah.
time, but I do not
Yeah.
yield the floor.
It's a raw. The raw.
Run.
You become Brian Reagan all of a sudden. It's the raw. The run time. Fuck. Anyway.
Anyway, I'd recommend all these too. I agree. I think, with the exception of Wild Strawberries.
Yeah.
But Seven Seal was great.
Yeah,
I
Seven
thought
Seal was
that was a
awesome.
great film. So yeah,
Made you think about life and stuff
and Nut Life,
and death.
otherwise
Yeah.
known as
And,
Death.
and
yes.
not life. Not life. Yes.
Cool. So that's that one.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
start calling it
Category number 3.
Good one, Denny. Also
you.
good.
Okay,
well done.
category
That was a good one
number
just for
3.
bringing up movies that
Can you
we-
paste the fucking list again,
Yeah.
if it's 20 fucking things?
Sure.
or
This
what?
one's only
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Please paste it.
All right. This category is called. This one might be hard for you, John. And this was made before we
Uh-oh.
did the top 5 too. So, most tears harvested. Which movie did
Wow,
you cry
look
the
at
most?
this. I
at?
got 2 of mine in there.
And so does John.
Yeah.
Which
Well, I know my
movie-
answers already because I already picked them.
Well, I mean, so which movie? It doesn't matter which
Teary
one you
eyes.
like
Maybe
more.
Inside Out. Maybe Inside Out.
Maybe.
don't
I mean, Up makes me tear up, but Warrior had me really crying.
Oh wait, so let me say these: it's Up, Inside Out, Good Will
Oh, right.
Hunting,
They can't-
Incendies, and Warrior.
For those of you listening,
Yes.
you can't see things.
Just give me your Skype name, listeners, and I'll
Note,
send you the
note
list.
to self, we've never done the chat thing
Right.
before,
Oh, yeah.
so we're
Right.
learning as
We're
we go.
distracted.
here,
It's
folks.
very useful.
Yeah. I was so
And it's so
intrigued
purple.
by what they are that I was not paying attention to the podcast anymore. I'm like, okay, let's see what they are. It's all right. Up, Inside Out, Good Will Hunting.
I'm going
Incendies,
Inside
and
Out because
Warrior.
it's the only one that made me cry this time. Up, I
Yeah.
think made me cry in the theater the first time I watched it. But
Was
like
it Death
I
of
see.
Bing Bong that made you
Let's
cry?
see.
Bing Bong, and then also the scene at the end where she like comes back home and they give her a hug and she
Oh,
realizes like
yeah.
the happy day and the sad day when she did the ice skating thing. Like,
Right.
holy
That was
crap,
pretty sweet.
that scene is
Yeah.
Yeah.
so good.
I don't know, man.
I'll give you that.
Scene in Warrior where
They're
these-
fighting
you
each
know,
other?
You got the friggin' National playing, and he's being told to give up and
Oh
let
yeah,
go.
it's pretty good, dude.
Holy cow!
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Fucking National
Yeah.
always chokes you up when it's playing against something that probably doesn't. You wouldn't think to put the National back there, but holy crap, it works so well.
Macho, yeah, MMA and the National, really?
You're like, check it out,
Right.
dude. You're like, holy crap, that works great. What the fuck?
It
Yeah.
does.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Sanzi,
Oh, yeah.
when they shot the girl, I was that
Oh
was
fuck.
brutal.
Oh man, I forgot that film had it was again.
that was the
pretty-
longest
it's
one to
another-
go. That was the first one of this 50 that
I
we
know.
watched.
That was
Oh, wow.
that had some amazing parts to it. And the Radiohead scene where they're like,
In the very
Uh,
beginning, yeah, with the
yeah.
shaved heads and stuff.
yeah, holy cow, that movie was fantastic too.
Yeah.
I forgot, but
Yeah.
it was like one. I think it was like
It was a
almost
long
the
time
first
ago.
one.
It was the first one of this 50. Yeah.
Yeah,
Number
that was
150.
really good too. Right.
So TC, what are you going with? Inside Out.
I might
I don't know,
because
there's
of
Up.
with Good Will
Johnny going up?
Hunting. I've already.
Did you cry at Good Will Hunting though? Do you cry?
No,
with
no,
that
I'm
one?
saying like I wouldn't at this point. If I had, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be anymore after I can basically fucking recite the
Yeah.
dialogue as I
What
go.
about when he's like,
There's
not
nothing
you, man, not you. And he gives him a hug and stuff. That's pretty good.
It's not
Yeah, I
your
usually
fault.
look left and right. I'm like, that's what we
not
would
your
do. That's what we would do.
Yeah.
That's what we would do.
Wait, us.
Yeah, us, these people that are better because we're from there. You're not from
You're
there.
not
You
better.
wouldn't get it.
You're just
No,
that's just who you are.
that was the joke, John. Jesus,
Oh,
John.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. That's how we are.
Pay
When-
attention,
God.
dude. Jesus.
Yeah. Pay attention to the punchline, bruh. No, yeah, I would say probably Inside Out. Because I don't know, is it Incendies or whatever?
Ensemble?
Yeah.
Incendies?
Or if you're American, you say incendies. If you were trying to spell it, it's incendies with a C.
I don't remember Warrior as far as like making me feel something, so couldn't tell you. And the other one, Incendies there was so fucked up that you're just like, I can't cry to this. I don't know what to do about this. I just need like a bath. And then,
Yeah, that movie
You
went
know.
so off the rails at the end that I think it's sort of like
yeah,
it
right.
kind of wiped out all the good in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just was
It
nuts.
still
So-
is amazing, but
Totally
but-
worth
yeah,
watching.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So especially in like a small theater somewhere, screening or something, be
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then Up, I've seen again. I've seen that a lot. So I didn't, it didn't make me cry. But Inside Out, I hadn't seen. So I'm going with Inside Out.
Yeah, me too. John, you going up?
I'm going Warrior as far
Oh,
as
going Warrior, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
As far as most tears shed, it was Warrior.
We are adult men and we confess it is good to children. Well, at least
Yeah.
me and TC
Oh, yeah.
cried
Yeah.
to a G-rated children's movie. It
Yeah.
is
Absolutely.
I
Love
cried
good
to a
cry.
man's movie.
to a man. They're punching each other and they're brothers. I cried. It's beautiful.
That makes
Yep.
me cry.
Yep, that's right. I'm a bigger man than you.
All right, who chewed the most scenery? There's 5 nominees.
Ooh.
Who chewed the most scenery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well done, sir.
You
All
got
right, these are good categories. I've never, these are good. This is
you got
great.
DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. You got Jack Lemmon
Yeah.
in Some Like It Hot. You got Al Pacino in Heat. You got Amir Khan in 3 Idiots. And you got Al Pacino in Scarface.
I like Al Pacino's twice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Are we talking like good
Give me the
chewing
list.
or
Put the
bad
list up
chewing?
Hey,
on
it's up to
thing.
you, John. You decide. I
Put
say
the list
most
up.
chewing.
Okay.
Most extreme in either direction.
Most extreme chewing? Holy shit. Okay, I know that. I have my answer for that.
Do you?
Put the list up. Put the list up. I want to see.
Oh,
the
we're
list.
gonna put the list up here. All right.
There we go. Wolf of Wall Street. Okay. I like how you got the actor's name in there. It's great.
Yeah.
It's perfect. You don't have to think. You don't even have to think. Hey, Brain, do you work? No, I don't work. Cool. He's got the name next to the fucking movie.
Okay,
Cool.
we're gonna work with this. Who's that? I don't know.
Okay, I
Still a
can
lot
do
more
it.
information. That's good.
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm gonna have a fucking another beer because the list is off of that fucking thing. I can think of the way around. Anyway, I'm fuck you fuck.
Shit. Okay, that's a tough one. Well, John, what do you think? I don't know. I gotta let this.
Oh,
sit in for a
I
second.
got it. I think I know. I've got a pretty strong
Jenny,
answer
you got
on my
yours?
part.
What
I'm
do you
split
think?
between two of the movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I know which one John's gonna pick, but I'm gonna argue against you because this why I'm split. There's
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to
And now, what
that argument.
constitutes scenery? Just like
just chewing up
Like,
a scene.
they're just on there and they're just like, holy shit, look at me. And
They're just
and
overdoing
going
it,
nuts.
basically.
So it's
for some reason,
figuratively speaking.
I heard scenery and I thought like
Uh,
I don't know what I
yeah,
was
no,
thinking.
it's just chewing it up, just like totally like focusing on themselves.
like having
and
the
going
director not
nuts.
rein them in, just doing crazy shit all the time.
Got it now.
Yeah.
This makes way more sense. I'm like, who's chewing the most fucking greenery?
Was that a real point,
What are you
DiCaprio?
like, I
You
think-
can't eat that.
Are you talking about
Al,
eating like cheese?
Don't eat that, Al. We need that.
Well, it's not a real grape.
Al,
What are you telling me? It's
that's
not a real
from-
grape?
That's from the set,
Oh,
Al.
it tastes like a real
It's
grape.
been out for 4 days.
That was a little chewy.
What does
Yeah.
it taste like, Gal? God, I told you don't eat anything while you're here on set. Dude.
I've already ingested
Fuck.
3 of these plastic grapes. Hoo-ah.
Hey, what about this tree? What about this tree? Is this tree gonna eat? Can I eat this tree? What about this stick? Can I eat this stick? I'm gonna eat this stick. Hey, I'm gonna eat this
You
stick.
need some
I'm gonna eat
roughage.
this
You gotta have roughage.
Yeah, right.
Roughage is
Yeah,
good.
yeah, right. Hey, bring out a lot of cocaine. I'm gonna eat this stick. How you doing? Hey, how's it
All
going?
right, let Al eat
Pacino.
the stick.
All
It's
right.
pretty small. He won't
Yeah.
choke on it,
All right,
probably.
Al, eat the fucking stick and get back to 1. Jesus fucking Christ.
All
Get
right,
back
I'm going to
to
eat the stick. All right, give me 3 minutes. All right.
That's all right. So
You want some of the
shit,
stick?
man.
This is a good stick. You should try the stick. No, Al. No, it's a stick.
I think,
don't want a
we
stick.
might have all just said Pacino here. I don't know. But,
No, it's
just
Pacino.
me.
I'm between the 2 Pacino movies.
Oh, you are?
I would say
that's what you are?
Yeah.
You're in between the 2 Pacino
Dude,
movies. That's
Pacino is
great.
fucking out of control of both these movies.
He is.
Scarface,
Yeah, I know.
it's like every single scene he's doing it, but in
Yep,
Heat,
yep.
he has outbursts. So it's like not as much of the movie, but like
it's not as much. No, but I will go with Heat because it's not as much. You're right in the movie, but it's so over the top crazy.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
it's just insane how messed up he is in those films.
I'm going.
We're going
I'll
Heat?
go with that.
We're going Heat?
Pacino.
Yeah.
I'm going Pacino.
It's
No,
like-
I'm going
I know.
Pacino.
Yeah.
I'm picking actor.
Just
I'm not
either
even-
one.
that's
Yeah, it
fair.
doesn't matter.
But what is that line on the? I mean, it's just coming out of nowhere. Like, it's on that woman. Whatever he's saying. Oh my God! It's
She's
just-
got
it's-
a great ass.
yeah.
She's got a
it's
great
just-
ass.
It's
Yeah.
just
Love it.
yeah. It's
Hilarious.
like he's definitely
It's
doing his
insane.
own cocaine right there.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking
His
A,
own,
I'm
somebody
sure it's
else's
good
doesn't
stuff.
matter. He found it.
Yeah,
He's doing
that's
it.
true. That's right.
Whoever's it is, I don't give a shit. Just put it on the plate.
Yeah. All right, agreed. That was a good one. Last
Another
one.
good-
This one
well
won't-
done, Denny.
This one
by
won't be
the
as
way.
fun.
Yeah, well done. These are great.
Yeah, this one won't be as funny or fun. I should have saved that one for last, but oh well.
That's okay.
The true story you learned the most from. I'm gonna
Okay,
paste
right.
it. I'm
What do
gonna
we
paste
got?
it as I say it out loud. We got Raging Bull, Downfall, The Great Escape, The Bridge on the River Kwai, Casino, The Elephant Man, Judgment at Nuremberg, The Wolf of Wall Street, and A Beautiful Mind.
And what was the category again?
True story you learned the most from.
So like stories that were kind of historically accurate that gave it
Right.
sort of like a thing. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. These are good picks, by the way. These are real good picks.
Yeah.
These are making it tough. Don't remember the Elephant Man really. So
I think Downfall is really up there because you just don't think about it at all.
Because you don't want to, mostly.
No, you don't want to, but it just makes you think about what
Yeah,
gives you this
that's
whole
true.
other. There's absolutely no sympathy there, but for me, it just gives you this whole other I don't know, just thinking about something that you'd never thought about, and then
way
and it
different
was this story-
perspective than you
Right.
had before.
It humanizes
far-
Hitler, which nobody does.
No,
And that's
yeah.
the double-edged sword of it. But at
Right.
the same time, that could be considered a good learning.
thought it was
It is.
great,
It's
yeah.
important. It's important to humanize Hitler because then we don't think that it's something that can never happen again.
Yeah.
like that he's some kind of special
Hey,
devil.
Look at that. How about
Right.
the smarts on this guy, huh,
Yeah.
Denny?
So right,
He's got a big
so
old
it's-
head. He's got a big old head.
Yeah,
Got a lot of
I do.
knowledge in there.
Yeah.
A lot of
They
thoughts.
tried to give
Yeah.
me an fMRI and they said I didn't fit, and I never been told I didn't have it fit in somewhere. Nobody ever
Is
told me I
that
had
is that a
big head.
fucking dick joke? I can't tell if that's a dick joke or not.
No,
That's
it's a
not a
big
joke.
head joke. Well, the funny
Anyway.
thing is about you, Mr. Stricker, is you got this big old noggin, but it's mostly
Hey,
full of
you
liquid.
know,
You got a tiny pea
Yeah,
brain.
Stricker, I gotta say, you're proportioned a little bit funny here. I'm just curious.
Anyway.
We can't get you the MRI, but hey, we'll get you in the other
Stop
way.
talking about how big my head is. Anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, I just never had to. You just never had to deal with being told that something was abnormal that you'd never heard before. So I was just unprepared. I was completely unprepared. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know how
Again,
to feel.
is that a dick joke? I don't know.
No, it's not a dick joke. It's not a dick joke.
Sir, we can only bring you halfway into the MRI. Are you sure you don't have cancer in your legs?
That's what I asked them. It's not. No, sir. This has nothing to do with your penis. Please. We just got a
Sir,
medical procedure here.
Sir, I don't know if you've ever seen The Elephant Man, but this is not the case. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, so Downfalls. I think I would go with Downfall on this one as far as because it also was quite historically accurate.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah, I'd say that I would probably. Yeah, well,
Although
yes.
Judgment
Well,
at
go ahead,
Nuremberg
Denny. You
was-
tell them why
was
you would agree
more-
first, and
yeah.
then I'll tell them why.
I would say just looking, this movie's a tough one. It's really, really good. Everyone should see it. It's really unenjoyable. It's really well made. The intent of the movie, I think it's the only one on this list where the intent of the movie was to make a movie exactly as something happened. And the things they didn't
Mhm.
know, there were some things they didn't exactly know, like Goebbels, they didn't know how he died exactly. They know where he died and who he died
Right.
with, but the method of him dying, they didn't know. So they guessed at it and they showed it. Like that's the only untrue stuff that's going on in this movie is the stuff that they couldn't find. Like there's no information on basically. I think every other
Yep,
movie on
right.
this list makes choices for entertainment purposes.
Mhm.
And there are better movies like Raging Bull I fucking love that movie. Like Wolf of Wall Street, super entertaining. Casino, I liked a lot. I mean, there's some good entertaining movies here, but they do stuff with the true story where you kind of have to look it up and figure out what's true and what's not.
Right.
Mm.
I mean, and
Yep.
not necessarily all bad. And A Beautiful Mind, at least it sheds some light on schizophrenia, gets people thinking about it, even though it's unrealistic and its portrayal, whatever.
And it's
Right.
super, and it's all, that one was like one of the worst culprits of being, it's a true guy and he had these problems, but like the, individual plot points in the movie were as far as I can remember, like almost entirely made up.
Yeah.
Right.
My worst offender of this is still the Imitation Game, where they just
Yeah.
they do some things that make Turing worse out to be than the actual like hero superstar that he was. That while all the while saying that they're honoring the man, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's
But, yeah.
maybe that's the Hollywood bullshit I can't stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So if I had to give my reasoning here, I mean, fuck, man, Bridge on the River Kwai, I couldn't give a shit. Casino, I already kind of knew those stories. Elephant Man,
Well, yeah.
couldn't give a shit. Judgment in Nuremberg, way too fucking old for me to give a
Yeah,
shit.
well, this is the,
The
last
Wolf
time
of
we'll
Wall
probably...
Street, I
Okay,
already
go
kind
on.
of understand that shit. Beautiful Mind, I unfortunately kind of already understand that shit. So Raging Bull, I already picked it for other things, so can't do it. So I'm going to actually end
There
up
you go.
probably on Downfall as well.
Yeah. What about The Great Escape? You didn't say anything about that one, did you?
I don't remember it.
Okay. Downfall it is.
That's
Winner.
the point, is like, I
Winner.
just don't care.
I felt bad that when we watched Elephant Man, I forgot I didn't mention the gaslights, which were kind of cool.
The
Like
gas
in that movie, they showed how like there were these pipes all throughout the building and you'd hear the hiss of gas through them. That's how the light was done. It was because it was all natural gas. So all the lights were natural gas in there, and they showed how that worked, and that was kind of cool. That's it.
Oh, dude, you got to bump up off your list and fucking throw the Elephant Man on there for the gas lights. That's for sure.
Yeah, right. I know, just for
That's
that
true.
alone, right? Nobody else gaslighted like the Elephant
It
Man.
was actually quite dangerous to film with the old method of gaslighting. People would burn to death in the
That's
hospital.
right. Yep.
Actually, when you think about the science behind natural gas, it was actually pretty safe. What?
Back then, they wouldn't let handicapped people on the
Back
second
then.
floors because of the danger of fire.
That's right. So fire goes up, heat goes up, fucking fine. That makes no sense, sir. We're in a fucking mental institution. Oh, right. Okay, got it.
All right. Are you guys ready for the bottom three?
Oh,
Let's go.
Was
Let's
I
go.
ever?
All right. I want to end on TC. So, John, go first and I'll go second.
Things going.
All right, I just want to reiterate though, I didn't feel strongly about the bottom three.
Any of them? Did you
So-
feel strongly about the bottom one?
Not really even. I think, yeah, sorry. I mean, so I will go with my number 3, The Third Man, which I
Third
thought was
Man.
a pretty boring film and didn't have Orson Welles until the very end. And it was very confusing. It was sort of a muddled sort of like thing where nothing really happened. And I just was like, blah. Yep.
A man died
So-
in the
Got it.
sewers, John. Is
I
that
don't have that
nothing?
one.
It's nothing.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, it was just,
I listed out my fucking. Were you done? You're not done? If you can.
no, that was my number 3.
Boring.
We're-
That's
we're-
not-
I
so
think
it's
we're
just like,
each
the movie
gonna
was
do number
boring.
3.
My review of it's boring. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything about this is boring, which
Yeah.
is why I think it's at
It's
least
kind
in the
of like
bottom
I
three.
didn't have a whole lot where my number 2 there's some like less than, it's not about it being boring, but we'll talk about that.
All right. So, John, while we review it, hold your breath so you get all red in the face so you can be all angry and stuff when it's your turn for number 2.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
TC number
so
3?
I
Or actually, no, I
unfortunately-
go 3 because we want you to
Okay,
go
you go
last.
3.
Because I want.
Okay, it's
if-
like all right.
You
I'll
might
go
need to
3.
think, TC, because I think you're about to say you didn't have a list or something.
No. It's better than that. It's.
Okay.
I think it's more funny than
Okay.
that. But sure.
So this
Okay,
one,
okay.
don't if you have these on your list, don't say anything. Wait for your turn because I want to hear individual
Sure.
complaints on these
Okay.
ones because it's
All right,
entertaining
Okay.
to me.
Okay.
My
Okay.
number 3 is Room. I didn't.
Okay.
I mean, I would say I saw this movie Room in the theater. I was, one of. I would say there's 3 people at the end that weren't crying, and I was one of the 3, and there were probably like 50 people just fucking crying at the end of the movie, and I was confused. I didn't know why anybody was crying. I thought it was like, honestly, I thought it was, I don't know, the freaking Brie Larson I used to like, man. Short Term 12 is a great movie. I really don't like her anymore, and I think this movie was like the stepping stone to me not liking her. I can hear TC laughing in the
Dude,
background.
it's just because I've got like this beautiful mental image of you in the theater and there's people crying and you walk up to them. I got a whole thing playing out in my head. And you walk up to them and you tap them on the shoulder and you quietly and politely were like, "Hey, so what did I miss?
Why are you crying? Could you please tell me?
Why are you crying? Did you see something I didn't see? I was in the bathroom for like 5 minutes. Did I miss something? I just have this great, like, I can picture your face of just a complete, utter confusion as to why. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and I was with like 3 people too, and Naomi, I think she liked it more than I did, but the 2 people we were with were both crying, and we were just like, all right, bye. He's like, I don't want to talk to you guys.
They buy it,
about this
and
movie.
we never saw them again.
Yeah,
Hey, so we're not friends anymore, guys. Just letting you know now.
but yeah, this freaking. The biggest problem I have with that movie is that it shouldn't exist. It's not a true story. It's just fucking misery porn, and
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like why do you make
dumb?
things like that? There's got to be some reason people make it. It makes you feel because it's an awful story, but like
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that
It's
to
because there's some fucking dumb ass data point research motherfucker out there that says people love Dateline, people love Brie Larson. What are we gonna make? And there's some fucking studio
Well-
exec being like, I've got this one. We got a treatment. It's fucking great. It's
All
gonna
right,
be
we got
great.
locked in a room. We got rape. We got
Yeah.
child abuse.
Yeah.
It's a fucking trifecta.
Do
It's
we
gonna make
hit
you
all
cry.
the shitty things that are
Listen to me.
on Dateline?
Everybody except the psychopaths are going to be crying in the theater. I swear.
Oh God, no!
John, well done, sir.
And I'm sitting there like,
So really what-
that guy should have soundproofed the house more. That guy was a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
I would have done it way better than that guy.
Hey, how come
Right.
there's not plastic everywhere? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Right. Then there's the other guy that's in the room. It's the cop. He's like, yeah, this is going to be great investigative work because we're going to put cameras in all the movie theaters, and anyone that doesn't cry, we're going to start putting them on a watch list.
And also, the movie is quite informative too. What you do in situations like this is you wait for them to escape by themselves and tell you where the other person's hidden. All right, that's the
Right.
That's the fucking
Yep.
ticket.
That seems right to me.
Yeah. So that's my number
Oh,
3.
boy.
Movie shouldn't exist, and
Nope.
stop
And
crying.
never should have been made.
Stop crying
Yeah.
at room,
Stop
everyone.
crying.
Or you're a psycho. That's
Yeah,
it. There's no in
exactly.
between.
So TC, what's your number 3?
Well,
You're rearranging your
So-
list, aren't you? I know it.
Yeah.
no. So this is why it's funny. What I wrote to Sean was, haha, they all suck. Any way you want to order them is fine. 1, 2, 3 from X to Z, or to X to Y and Z is fine with me. I don't give a shit. Of course, then I also listed
Poor
out
Sean.
I listed. That's why I was saying like, Sean's probably at home like, dude, I don't have a stake in this game. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he's like, dude, you're
Just
supposed to give me
fucking
numbers.
Tell me.
Yeah.
So I did give him numbers, but like when I first wrote out a whole thing of
Did he,
like,
did he send
I'm gonna
anything
be a
back? Was he
badass
like,
and-
ha ha ha?
no,
Please?
he just wrote thanks, bud. So my number 3 is All About Eve.
Ooh,
You want to talk about that?
why?
I just don't care about that movie. I was just bored and I didn't like it. I would never watch it again. I don't care about it. Too many fucking people like it. Too many people. I swear to God, it's what it is for me because I'm nuts. When people like something too much, I think it's fucking lame. And I don't know what it is. It's just a natural
It's the
response.
fucking
Like,
hipster
oh, you all
in
like
you,
it?
dude.
Oh, you all
Yeah.
like it? Then fuck that. That's terrible. I'm not liking that shit. I don't like you. I don't like you. I know that much. So if you like that, then I don't like you. And that. And this. And everything else. Because I'm a fucking hater and I'm from, Massachusetts.
It's fair.
But no, I just did, that one really didn't get to me. And I honestly just didn't want to fucking even think about like Metropolis or all those other fucking shitty ones that we had on there. So, yeah, I'm going All About Eve on that one.
All About Eve. It's a pretty good
Okay.
one. I think that one riled us up when we watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You guys, I was like,
number 2 will be even better.
Number 2, John, go first. What do you think? Number 2, what do you got? What do you got?
Wait, Sean John, who?
John John Paul.
Yeah, I got room too.
John Paul.
Oh, you got room.
Yeah, I agree. It's the same thing. You said it very well. It's like sort of torture porn. And the movie really affected me too. I like couldn't stand watching it because I couldn't stand seeing the situation and thinking about it. And so to some extent you can say that's an effective film if it gets you. But yeah, somebody else could also show me like the puppy kicking and that would really bother me too. And
The
be
kicking
very
a
hard
puppy
to watch.
argument. Yes.
Yes.
Good argument.
So it's like not hard, right?
Yeah. It's like
So
everyone agrees. Don't fucking
Not
do
a
it.
hard movie to hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Or what's also like just because you get an emotional reaction out of somebody, that doesn't necessarily mean you're making a good film.
Right.
It might mean that you're just
Which
taking
I
a
always-
low road. And
I
doing
thought it
something
was,
easy.
like
Yeah.
before this movie, it's like if something can make me feel scared or sad or whatever, it's making me feel, which has to be hard. Unless
That's
you're doing
important,
something
right?
like
dude,
Yeah.
shock,
Yeah.
shock value is so fucking passe. There's your hipster
I
moment.
guess.
I
But I
think-
always
yeah,
appreciate
fucking hate
feeling,
shock
but I
value.
felt-
shock value is fucking awful.
It's just that this one didn't earn it, and I don't know. I
No.
felt like there was
No, it didn't.
nothing to gain from it, basically.
No, and I think like that's what I liked about The Hunt so much is that it wanted to show you some uncomfortable situations, but it wasn't trying to wallow in it or anything. It was trying to demonstrate the power of like collective judgment. And it could have wallowed in it. It could have like taken an easy way out and just like made you feel uncomfortable and been like look what a good movie we are because we're making you squirm. And it didn't. It actually like presented it in a very like detached way that I think made the film really powerful. But there's a way to do that, and then there's a way to just sort of like, yeah, see this? Isn't this awful? Isn't it? Isn't that awful? Doesn't that suck? Doesn't it? You know, and it's just ugh. I think that is just wallowing in something that, as you say, it's almost like sort of the equivalent of Hostel or something. Where it's like, isn't this bad? Look, they got to bite their own arm off. Isn't that terrible? Yeah, it's not necessarily hard to do.
No.
So,
and if like I would think there'd be some merit to. I don't know why I think this. I could be totally wrong, but movies like this, if it was a true story, I would have a different opinion on it. You know?
Right. Yes, that's true, Denny. Right. That's like also what Dateline's whole
sort of
premise
thing-
is.
Yeah.
You know?
but
that's why it's good.
But there are like they could have done that because there are true stories like this, but they didn't do that.
No.
So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
out of
'cause I mean,
respect
then-
for real people.
Then there's just the question: if it's a true story and you tell the true story exactly as it happened, if it happened like this, then I would just be like, well, good for them for telling us like a accurate story about something that happened. People can take away what they want. That's fine. But when it's completely made up and just like based on things that, I mean, you could make up a fucking movie and it would be based on something. Like things happen all the time. Just because you read a story about it doesn't mean it's, I don't know. It makes me ask the question, why does this exist? And that fucking makes me angry because I think it shouldn't exist. Yeah, basically. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yep. That's well said.
Yeah, I think so.
TC. No, wait, mine. My number 2.
Which one are
My
we
number
on?
2.
You're number 2.
If it was TC's turn, I would yell, "Show me what you got! Show me what you got!" Number 2
Okay, I see what you're
is
doing.
Heat.
God.
It's Heat
It's Heat.
with Al
Yeah, Heat.
Pacino.
Yeah.
This movie, again, didn't hate it, but it is a bad movie. There's like a couple good
There's some
scenes.
yeah.
The first,
really bad stuff. Some of this, I thought some really great action scenes, but
there's 2
yeah.
good action scenes. The first truck heist is cool,
Yeah.
and then the shootout, like
Yep,
2
the
hours in
interstate
for
shootout,
10 minutes,
yeah.
is cool. That's like
Yeah.
15 minutes of this 3-hour long movie. That is some of the worst acting I've ever seen. Like the worst acting on the list, I think. Al Pacino is horrendous, and he's one of my
Yep.
favorite actors.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
crazy
that's a
how good
point.
he can be and how bad he is in this movie. He is
Mhm.
like it's Nicolas Cage level, but like even
Oh,
scarier
yeah.
because he seems deranged. Just like, why would he fucking do this? Is he losing his mind?
Right.
And it's not in an entertaining way. It's like in a sad, scary way, and also
Yeah,
distracting
yeah.
from the movie.
Right. Yeah, you're
Right.
right. It's weird.
Yep.
It's really, really strange. Where you do think he's like, yeah, he's like on drugs or something.
Oh, he definitely is
Like,
on
It's
drugs.
cocaine, guys. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, he just got a facelift. He's doing lots of cocaine. He's had like the best 15-year run of,
Yeah,
a lot of people.
Yeah, he's got fucking hookers and blow everywhere. You know, he's
Yeah.
living some life that everyone thinks is cool, but when you're in it, it's a mess.
And he's in this big budget movie with De Niro
Yeah.
and fucking Val
He
Kilmer.
thinks he's acting fantastic, and he's
Right.
fucking miserable. You
Yeah.
know, he's nuts. It's coke. 101.
101. No, dude, that's fucking advanced class. Al Pacino
101.
is the advanced class, dude. He's the
Coke,
teacher.
Coke 103, 201,
Yeah, he's
whatever. I don't know where the numbers go.
201, 2 of 3. I don't know how I don't remember school either.
Yeah, but freaking like, and the way it portrays women in the movie is awful, and it's like it was the way it was in the 90s. But man, like all the women characters in the movie are just like you could, people write articles about like how women take sidelines to male characters in movies nowadays. Like
Yeah.
this
Mhm.
movie is fucking gold standard of how dumbed down and stupid female characters can be written to like service the male characters in a movie. Like this movie has that.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking terrible.
That's fair too. Yeah.
That's
But
fair.
at the
Yeah,
same
that's a good
time,
point.
it's like not horribly unentertaining to watch. You just got a lot
again,
wrong with it.
that's,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, if you're looking just for entertainment, it probably will fit your
There's some
mold, you know?
there's some good entertaining bits there. You see Pacino versus De Niro. Even if Pacino's crazy, it's still like 2 very heavyweight actors
Yeah.
in the same room. In the same scene. That's still interesting, even if it's bad.
Oh man, even the fucking climax of this movie is so boring. They're tiptoeing around an airport in the dark for like 20 minutes. That's the fucking climax.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Tippy toe.
Tippy
Tippy
toe.
toe.
All right, TC, what's your number 2? What you got?
On the waterfront.
Oh.
Oh, it's interesting. Go on.
I want to hear why.
I couldn't have ever been a contender.
You
I-
were my brother.
yeah, I don't know.
You were my brother, John.
Why? Why?
my
I
brother.
have
Why
always
would you put
disliked
this film on the list? Why?
just to spite everyone that likes movies.
There you go. I
No.
like it. Just
Yeah,
I
fucking
think
pure
it's
hate
great.
pick right there.
Yeah,
Hey.
just straight hate pick. I fucking hate that movie.
No, I
I've
don't blame
always
you. I
hated that
don't like
movie.
a whiner.
Yeah. I don't like the fucking fact that everyone thinks it's one of the best movies ever made, and they're fucking making everyone sit through
How
fucking
can
watching
you do
it.
it, TC? It's such a good movie, and you didn't put it
don't
on
like
the
it.
list. How can
I
did
don't
my
like it.
own podcast partner?
I don't
how
like
could
it.
you do
I don't fucking like it. I don't want it. I won't watch it again. I won't tell anyone else to watch it.
You're just spiteful because your film class teacher told you to watch it and you didn't like it in college and,
And
you
I
didn't like
fucking hated
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hated it. Exactly what it is, Denny. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. It's fucking shit that's been rooted for almost 20 years now.
Hey, I didn't love the movie, but I mean, you got to give it credit. Can we do this? You can just shut me down.
I'll give it. Look, I can give it credit. I just don't think it's as fucking worth it as everyone seems to make it out.
Yes.
Nope.
But
Just like Metropolis was a stepping stone to greater things,
Yeah,
this movie
yeah.
was that too, but no longer holds up. I don't think. I agree.
right, I just can't. I wouldn't watch this thing on purpose ever.
Right.
Yes.
The idea is that it opened the door with the way Brando did it is like, oh, you can act different. Not necessarily that what he did
You
was
can
good.
be method.
You can be
Right.
different. You don't have to be like the wisecracking, like smartass all the time. You can actually be like sort of a whiny wet rag.
Right.
And
Right.
that's okay.
John, that was good. That was a good backhanded, like, this is okay. No, you're a fucking wimp.
You're a sack, you're a wet sack of grain, you piece of shit.
My
don't wanna
brother.
act. I don't wanna memorize my lines.
I don't want to do this movie anymore. I'm good. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
Good. All right. So what I'm going to do, guys, is
What?
don't look at your phones.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys what I think your number one pick is for the worst movie ever.
You're never going to guess it. You're never going to guess mine.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now.
We'll
You're going
see.
to be wrong. You go ahead.
Probably get mine.
You're not in mine. Unless Sean like told you what
No,
it is.
Sean
and then-
didn't tell me
yeah.
anything,
Okay.
but I am going to guess. So
You're
I
gonna be
feel
wrong.
like my guesses are somewhat obvious. So I'm probably going to get John's wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got TC. I was pretty sure I got John's. Yeah. Anyway, don't look at your
I can
phones.
guess TCs, but
Yeah.
okay.
Don't look at your
by
phones.
logical reasoning alone, if you don't guess this, then you're an idiot.
I have flipped my phone over, so all I see are the Paw Patrol stickers
So
that
yeah,
my daughter
don't
put
look
on
at it, TC, because then you'll know what mine is. Plus, you'll know if I got it right or not, and we can check afterwards.
Phone's flipped.
John, what's your number one least favorite movie out of the last movies we've watched over the past year and change?
Casino.
Casino.
Yep.
No shit, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Did not guess that one.
I am like nursing
Would
like
never
a
have guessed
growing
that.
hatred of Scorsese.
Why?
Because I'm seeing the same goddamn movie about trying to make a good movie about bad people over and over and over, and I'm tired of it.
Fair point.
I am
That's good.
so tired of it. And then he gets all like artistic about it lately. He's talking about how the Avenger films are not real cinema.
Oh, that interview really got you,
and-
did it? He fucking shouted the
Holy shit,
Avengers.
It's like, dude, you're just telling the same
Remember what I was
goddamn-
saying about 15, 20 minutes ago?
Yeah. I just am tired of this, and it's like, oh, he's a bad guy. Let's watch a movie. You know, Godfather did it so much better.
I'm
than
so glad it
you'll
wasn't
ever
Raging
do it,
Bull, John, on this
Scorsese.
list. I'm so
Oh
glad.
no, Raging Bull is a little different, but
Raging Bull is good.
no, there's some goodness there. I agree.
the difference.
There's some amazing like cinematography in that film and the way things are shot, and I won't argue about that. But you know, Godfather did the bad guy story so well, and Scorsese's never going to touch it. So just give up.
Some people think
Hey.
Goodfellas is better than The Godfather, John. Those people
Yeah,
exist.
I do
Get the
not
papers,
agree.
get the papers.
We'll get to it, right? But
We will.
But anyway, I'm just so tired of it, and to think that what he's doing is some kind of high art in comparison to everybody else. Fuck him.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
this is that Hollywood fucking mentality.
It's hard to
I
argue with
cannot
that,
stand
dude.
it.
Hard to argue with that
Yeah.
perspective because, I mean, that's why like Guillermo del Toro is like one of the best commentators I've ever heard because he won Best Picture for a fucking weird movie a couple years ago, that fucking Shape of Water movie, which I didn't like,
Yeah.
but whatever, man. Like
I never
he's
saw
made
it.
some
I'd be
really good
interested to
stuff.
see it, yeah.
He comes across as somebody who he gives credit to the people he was inspired by. He tries his best. He wants to explain what he was trying to do, but he doesn't elevate himself. And I agree,
Right,
dude.
right.
Scorsese definitely fucking elevates himself. He thinks and he knows because, I mean, really, if you were to rank like best directors ever, he'd be on the top 10 list for like
Right.
most
Yep.
people. So like
Sure.
that has to feed
Yep.
into his ego, which definitely fucks him up, or it has to
Yeah.
fuck him up.
Yeah.
But fucking, let's equate this to music then. Fucking Taylor Swift, she thinks she's, God's
Huh?
gift to music.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Are you kidding me? Selena
Yeah.
Gomez, same fucking thing. Britney fucking Spears probably thinks she's a fucking, oh my God, thank God music had me. Right? Like this is some dumb ass pop culture garbage bullshit with these high horse fucking seniority bullshit people. I can't stand it. Fucking can't stand it. I can't stand it. I fucking hate every
But you
second.
have-
I
I
want
mean-
to take them down at the knees every day. I
So,
fucking hate it.
John, it sounds like you're gonna hate Casino and Goodfellas. And well, my question is like, you've seen Taxi Driver, right?
Oh no, Taxi Driver is
Goodfellas
different.
is good.
Taxi
Goodfellas
Driver is
is good,
different
too.
than all of his other movies.
Yeah, I know. Taxi Driver has a real different feeling. Goodfellas isn't bad either. I just am so, after so many films of watching like good films being made about bad people and seeing the same formula that he does, it's like, oh, here we go. There's the domestic violence scene. I'm just so tired of it. And I just get annoyed at this point where it starts to just feel like he's really not original. He's not really, he's just like sort of like mixing.
Oh, you
some
read that
different
article,
pieces.
didn't you? Did you read the article? Now you're all pissed off about it because he was talking about being original with the superhero things.
Right.
I agree.
And-
You have a
and
good
It's
point,
like
though.
saying there's no risk or whatever. It's like, no, we know your story, old man, with the things that you're doing on this every time. And I'm just tired of it. And at the same time,
He's so
for him to have
mad.
this like this elevation.
He's making me mad.
Yeah, dude. No, you're making good points, John. You're making good points.
But I'm not saying like Goodfellas is still good, and Raging Bull has good points to it that I really like. I just don't understand the point of his movies. And,
Why can't he just talk like that?
Yeah.
Instead of fucking, why do you got to go and fucking actually act like you're better than they
Right,
are?
that's
They're
the other
making
point.
I mean, fuck
Yeah.
off.
No,
Yeah,
he tried
that's
to
the
explain
other-
himself
that's
in
the
that
point.
Marvel. So TC, I don't know if you know about this, but I think this is important to John's what he's saying right now.
because I don't fucking read up on any.
Within
of
the
this
past
shit.
couple weeks, he went out against superhero movies. He said in passing that he doesn't think superhero movies are
Yeah.
movies or something or
And
films.
that is fine for him. He has his opinion. That's okay.
What
if
an
you say,
asshole.
If you say I don't like it, that's fine.
But then he went
Everybody
back
has
and tried
that,
to defend himself because it blew up on
Right.
the internet, and he described it further, which made him seem even more like an asshole.
Even worse.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's
God.
like, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're not
He's getting
art.
senile.
I'm saying they're not
and
art.
asshole.
Yeah, he said they're not art.
Yeah,
is what
he
said.
did an op-ed in the New
Dude,
York
and
Times.
that's what I honestly fuck this. Why I fucking hate art most of the time because you can't just fucking sit there and do it anymore. It's got to be on fucking social media. It's got to be in front of everybody. It has to have some sort of meaning for everybody to be art.
Yep.
I swear to God. And like you can't just be like you can't. Fuck it. I'm
No, and also Scorsese, man, I love
I can't do it.
Scorsese, and that the last 2 weeks of my opinion of him is dropped a decent amount because it's stupid that he says like I am not a huge fan of superhero movies either, but I would never ever go as far to say they're not art.
right.
They're
they
fucking
hold
art.
as much worth as anything else
Yes.
that's out there
Right.
that
Yeah.
makes you feel something. Fuck off.
Yeah.
And if they make people happy as opposed to making people angry and confused, there's more merit to that than whatever
That's
the fuck
better.
he's making.
I mean,
Right,
and they're
absolutely.
done
And I just
well.
talking shit on
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, but you know what? You know how many fucking people she makes happy? That's
Yeah.
fucking art. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah.
You're not the best thing that ever happened to the art, but it
Right.
certainly is art.
but it is to some
Right.
people
Fuck
too.
you.
Like people would argue
Right.
that.
Right, and
Right,
it's
of course,
very meaningful.
but that's
right.
fine. Do
Yeah,
so. But
exactly.
don't tell them that they can't. Yeah, fuck off. Now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm with you, John.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I'm pissed.
All right, good choice. I don't think the movie deserves number one worst movie, but I do
I
deserve
know,
that
I know.
Scorsese
It was-
is a douchebag.
It was a strategic thing, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Timely.
And also
It's
just
timely.
that the films are just not, they're not all bad. I mean, as we're getting closer and closer, there's merit in a lot of these films. Arguably with the
they're
exception
not
of Room, I don't know.
all bad.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I think
Right.
Wild Strawberries was all bad, but I didn't put it in my top 3 because it was just mostly boring than anything.
It was, and I actually liked Wild Strawberries to some extent.
Well,
I
sometimes
like
boring
the
doesn't mean
aging
bad.
professor
Yeah.
kind of like spiel was interesting. Can we talk about what you thought our bad ones would be?
Yeah. So, John, I thought yours was going to be Heat.
Yeah, and he was so bad it was entertaining at times.
Ah.
Though it's hard not to
So
like,
bad it's good. How about that
Yeah,
excuse?
but I also thought the action scenes
Love
were
it.
really well done, and the Pacino stuff was so crazy. It was still kind of entertaining to watch.
But
That's
that's
true.
okay. So maybe in the
Right,
context of this list, that's why it like fucked me up because people are voting. People are, you wouldn't. I mean, I don't even know how to describe this. Maybe you would give this a high score, but the fact that the movie is just so. Yeah, now I'm sounding like fucking. Now I'm thinking about Scorsese. I'm like, it doesn't fit within the framework of what a good plot line is supposed to be. The narrative doesn't make any sense, so it can't be good.
But it becomes so bad, it's good in some ways. It just becomes crazy. Not to say that it's really good at all. I mean, I wouldn't put he anywhere near like some of my favorite ones of the ones we've watched. But yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just a guy on coke.
Basically,
it's pretty
hour-long
much it,
coke
John. You nailed
binge.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, Al, you seem to be toning down a bit. Hey, John, can you get in the other 8-ball? Just bring in the other 8-ball. Yeah, I think we need the other 8-ball.
Look, this is gonna play really well.
Look,
this is gonna go. People are gonna love this. They're gonna.
Look, I know your agent said 2 8-balls a day, but I don't think the third one will hurt that much. Let's bring in the 8-ball.
Let's
here.
get going.
Thank you.
Let's going. Just it'll stop him from eating the trees. It'll be good.
Yeah, he won't eat the trees, and he'll go back to 1 because he's just gonna walk there no matter what. He's fucking high. So bring the other 8-ball.
They had to
It's
pause
sort of a
production for
weird
2 weeks
thing.
because they had to remove 180 plastic grapes from Pacino's stomach.
Yeah, that and the straw, the straws he keeps leaving behind.
So
as he's
what you
getting
got to
ready.
do, you just get him so cooked up he levels out. This is how it works. You just got to get him really up there.
Yep.
What you do is you fill the
That's
plastic
right.
grapes with cocaine, and whenever he's going down, you punch him in the stomach, and it releases some of the coke.
There you go. Well, that's not how that works. But sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
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 Put it in his
Yeah,
cheek.
yeah, oh,
Put
yeah.
it in his cheek, and then punch him in the face. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
My
Yeah.
number one
Oh, yeah.
is All About Eve. It was the only
Yeah.
movie that affected me.
That one really pissed you off. Yeah.
That one affected me. I
I'm
don't.
glad that was on there. I thought you were asking me, like, why? Like, as
No,
if I was
no.
a nut.
I wanted to talk to you about it too, because I didn't want to like give away the number one pick. The movie, I don't care about award ceremonies anymore. It's like the movie that finally stops me, and maybe that's a good thing. But also, I enjoyed
it's a
that
good
it
thing.
removed something I enjoyed from my life. That's what that movie did.
That's a shame.
And also, I mean, I agree with you, TC. Like the fact that everybody put so much credit in it, it just makes me mad. Like watching it, being like,
It
why
just-
would people think this is the best movie ever?
If they were like, if there was someone to say, like, hey, like, I'm going to make a wiki on, like, how to make your blood boil, just fucking put that movie on.
Yeah.
There you go. You're done. You don't even need a wiki. Hit play as the wiki.
And it's so contradictory. It's like it's supposed to be some kind of like great representation of females, but then the message seems to be like what you need to do is get married.
Yeah.
It's
But it's also,
It's
I mean,
just
it's
a
tough because
fucking
that's a
shit
sign of the
movie.
times, I guess.
yeah.
Just like the
But
whole,
still.
the same like dongle thing where it's like, well, if that's where you are and it's progressive to the time you're in, then that's good, I guess. But it's still aggravating because it's like, well, you can't leave the movie feeling happy if it's like not equal. Like that's not the,
But yeah, and if it memorializes it forever, then how is that good?
yeah.
Mhm.
Plus the dialogue and the acting, everyone's like best acting ever, best scenes ever. I didn't think the
Fuck off.
acting
Yeah.
or the dialogue was good at all. It was like the most pretentious movie. And I'm putting it up against like Persona. It's like this and Persona
Oof.
are equally pretentious.
Persona, I don't know. Different ways. I don't know, man.
Definitely different ways. This movie is like Persona was like, look at how arty I am, and this movie is like, look at how fucking witty and smart I am. You know,
Right.
it's like
yeah.
look at how fancy and high society I am. I deserve this. The movie thinks it deserves
right.
what it got, and it got it, which pisses me off. Got like
Well,
it's
that's
tied
fair.
for like the most Oscar nominations ever.
Right. So it's I don't know, man.
So it
It's
fucking
better.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. The movie fucking pisses me off.
Yeah,
Makes me
I'm
angry
good with
thinking
that
about
one.
it. So
Yep,
TZ, can I
me
guess
too.
what yours is?
Oh, you're already going to do it. Come on.
It's Room.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course it's Room.
What's wrong with Room?
Let me,
TC?
I'm gonna reiterate what I wrote to Sean now that I can put out the movies. Haha, they all suck. Any way you order them is fine. 1, 2, 3 for all I care, from Room to All About Eve. So that is how I picked my bottom fucking goddamn bottom feeding succubus movies that I had to watch. Oh boy, I'm telling you that Room was just, I mean, absolutely pathetic filmmaking. I swear, I swear to God, I hope I never hear someone around me that I like say they liked Room, because it'll be the last day I hang out with that person
Oh no.
for many reasons. I think Brie Larson is actually pretty good sometimes, but not in that one.
No.
And the whole premise is it's just stolen from so many other shitty horror gore movies and
Lifetime.
Lifetime. I mean, literally, where's Mr. Wrinkles from Dateline? Because you need him.
Mr.
Because it
Wrinkles?
might as well be. Yeah, what's his name? I don't fucking know his name. I call him Mr. Wrinkles.
Oh, I
He's got
thought
a
it
bunch
was
of
someone
wrinkles
called
on his face.
Mr. Wrinkles on a news channel.
Yeah, it is. That's what I call him. His name is Mr. Wrinkles.
In my world, that's what. Yes, true. It's what it is.
And I just typed in Mr. Wrinkles. I'm not going to get an answer that way. So Keith Morrison. There it is. Keith Morrison, Mr. Wrinkles. They should have put him in that movie because it would have been a better story, honestly. Because when he talks, he'll be like, "So you went in the room. What happened in the room? Did the door close?" And then cut to the fucking film. You know, I mean, it's just like I just couldn't. I could never get into this one. In all seriousness, now it's just a movie that I don't like. I'm with you, Denny. It just didn't need to be made.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I think the executives must have thought this is a quick win, right?
Yeah,
because Brie
yeah.
Larson's hot,
And it was.
It's
Super low
got-
budget.
super low budget. It's easy. We don't have to think much.
It got a Best
the
Picture
fucking
nomination.
production schedule. Yeah, the production schedule and the post schedule is going to be dead on because there's very little like VFX. There's nothing really to do except editorial, which is just edit it together. I mean, this is a fucking no-brainer. Put it this way, we only need 3 weeks to make this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit, right? Like honestly, the shooting days must have been so small because you can.
And guys,
fucking
seriously,
film the
Brie
whole
Larson
fucking
has a
thing.
break for these 3 weeks. We put it in. It's $3 million. We
right.
make it.
It's in between, dude. It's in between the Avengers. She's
Yeah.
fucking available. She wants to do it because why not? Boom, done. Sign the contract. Send it. And
Yeah.
that's all that movie is. I think knowing the back end of this bullshit doesn't even make me hate it more. It's just the movie sucks. On its own merit, the movie's terrible. Then when you add in all of like the reality of it, you're even like, this movie's even worse. But like, and that's not even why I'm pissed because the movie itself is just absolute garbage bullshit. I'll never watch it again. And if anyone I know says they like it, I'm not their friend anymore. Not that I have many friends, but I'm not their friend. Simple as that.
That's great.
That's how far I'm willing to
Nice.
go
Yeah.
on this fucking movie being one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
And you
Anyways.
had to watch the
Well
entire
said,
thing.
sir.
You couldn't
Yeah, I
even
had to watch
shut
the
it
whole
off.
fucking
Yeah.
thing. If that was in my regular
But you
life, I would have made
through
it
that,
5
and
minutes in.
I was,
Boom, done.
I was surprised Metropolis wasn't up there because you couldn't make it through Metropolis.
Well, the thing is I dislike those for so many other types of reasons. Like, I still kind of like respect it in a way because I know that there's so much more to it than just the film. And this thing has none of that. This has shit film, shit story behind it. Everything about this film is a fucking waste of time.
Not going to influence
So-
any movie in the future.
No. It's got nothing, no redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
I relinquish my movie viewing experience if I have to see more of those.
It just made a bunch of people in the theater cry. It's basically what happens. And so they went to the
It's
fucking computers.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
I wish I was in that theater, Denny, because I'd be talking in it. Hey, guys, what the fuck are you crying about? Right? I'd be so annoyed that I wouldn't even be able to keep quiet. Anyway, I'm fired up
Nice.
because that Scorsese thing. So
Me too. So we're not going to
Must be
be
the
doing The
pistachios.
Irishman. Is that what you're saying, John? We were planning on maybe watching the Netflix.
Dude, I heard
Irishman.
it's not doing so hot.
Oh, isn't
As far
it?
as,
I
like-
mean, I thought reviews-wise, it was like getting amazing
It's
reviews.
getting amazing
No, but
reviews.
I like from people I've talked to, it's just like I don't know, everyone's so pretentious out here. So
Tough to say. It is like 3
Yeah.
hours
Yeah, it's tough
long,
to say.
so it's hard to watch, maybe. No, it's like
Yeah,
3.5
I think
hours.
there's just I don't know. But we're gonna go see it, right? I mean, we got to make our own decision, right? That's the best thing about art is that you can kind of
It's
go and
subjective.
make your own choice.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, we should do The Irishman. I thought we were.
We could. So here's the deal. So either next week, we're going to be watching the 1960 movie The Apartment, which is number 100 on the movie. We still haven't, I mean, is that breaking into the 100, watching number 100, or is 99 breaking into the top 100?
99, I think. But at the
Yeah.
same time,
Uh-oh.
who cares?
Well, then we should have included that one. But whatever.
No, since
No,
we started at
okay.
250, we went to 201 and then 200 to 151, you know.
Right, the numbers are reversed,
Yeah.
John. So what happens in
Okay.
math is, no, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. I'm with you. I'm like, wait, so what?
You don't
is
start at
the-
0, John. You start at 1.
Okay, we're good. We're
The
good.
number 0 movie of all time is The Shawshank Redemption. Is that good or bad?
Still,
I don't know.
Still, oh no, but it's 0. That's all I know.
0 is the top.
I don't know. That's so 1960. Is that what you said?
1960, yeah, The Apartment, Billy Wilder.
Oof.
A man
Is this
tries
different
to
from The Room?
rise in his a man tries to rise in his company by letting its executives use his apartment for trysts. What?
All right.
What
Oh,
is
boy.
Complications and a romance of his own ensue.
John, do you know what that word means? Go.
TRYSTS. I don't know what that word is.
Means cheating. Like
a
affairs.
private romantic rendezvous between lovers.
All right, so we'll figure it out. We'll watch either
Okay.
The Irishman or The Apartment for next week.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
who's
I
caring?
mean, yeah, I'm
Which one do we
traveling all next week.
Oh,
So-
good.
Right.
Where you
But for
going?
the audience, they don't.
They don't
They're
care.
floating in
I'm
time.
just
you-
saying,
you
I'm
going
not going to
anywhere
have a
good,
chance.
John, huh?
I'm not going to have a chance to watch a film. I like go out and see a film next week. So
I don't know. I'd rather watch the newer one. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
All right, Pet. Let's say since The Irishman has already been out for weeks at this point, let's watch The Apartment, 1960.
okay.
All right, that's good.
Billy Wilder. We've seen a movie by him before.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay.
He did Some Like It Hot.
Yep.
Do they though? I mean, do they really?
I think some of them do.
Some
Okay,
yes.
some of them
Yeah.
do. It depends on if it's art or not.
Guys, can you believe it? This is the. I mean, we've done a bunch of
That's
like
crazy.
bonus episodes, but like we've done over 150 episodes of this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Fuck, isn't that nuts, dude? Like, I go to podcasts all the time, and I see those numbers, and I'm just like, fuck me, I'm not listening to all these fucking things. You out of your mind, right?
Yeah,
So like, it's kind of it's kind of impressive, really. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Yeah.
To be honest, for one, but two,
alive and
on this
focused.
podcast.
TC, alive and focused.
I wouldn't call it focused.
Well,
but
you're
I
still
call
doing
you
it
know,
weekly,
alive.
like literally
Yeah.
every week.
Right.
The
You're
first,
showing up.
yeah,
is
right.
what
First
you're
6
doing.
months of the
so
podcast,
it's
I
like
was like,
going to work.
Yeah.
You know, you got to, boss wants you in at some point. You can't just fucking stay out the whole day. You know.
yeah. I remember like the
no, it
first
is
3
pretty
months,
awesome
John.
though.
It was like, hey, you think TC is going to show up? He's like, yeah, we'll find out. And every time
Yeah,
logging
it's
into
true.
Skype, we're like, oh, sweet, TC's here.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we've
I'm
come
here.
to expect it now.
Yeah.
Of course.
After 3.5 years, it has become
Yeah, there you
normal.
go. Yeah, it's almost like you're on this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, John.
No, that's funny. That's great, John. That was awesome.
Yes.
It's true. I'm surprised we've made it this far. Honestly, in all seriousness,
Me
it's,
too.
It's not an easy thing. Everybody who's listening, you'd think this is simple as far as like just doing it at once a week. Just keeping up in general with something that's not work and life.
We're not getting
and all this other
paid.
bullshit.
Have you
Yeah,
noticed?
we're just-
we don't
we're just
advertise
doing
like all
this.
other
Yeah.
podcasts. 'Cause
We're just
we-
doing this for fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy, man.
No.
I mean, it's not easy. I had a coworker, a friend, kind of drop out of piano lessons because it's just too fucking much during the work week. It's like, so these things are not easy as I think, as we get into our elder years. It's kind of nice. I'm just glad we're doing it, honestly. I'm just going to get sappy for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's good stuff. I'll be here till the finish line.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
And
I won't
too.
promise not, punting here and there. but-
you only got two more
you know.
punts, dude.
50.
Yeah,
Two more
I
punts.
got 1 for 50. So I got another one coming here.
Yeah, and you've only used
So-
2 so far. You didn't use any for
Right.
the second
No, I didn't.
50, but the first and the
And right.
third. Was it
Right.
Metropolis
Yeah, no.
and 8.5? Those are the 2?
Yeah. Oh God, Jesus Christ! Can we never mention those two ever again?
I think by
So,
the
yeah,
end, we
I
have to
think it's
fucking
great.
Clockwork Orange you into a chair and make you watch them just so you've watched every second of every movie on this list.
Fucking, you're gonna take my eyelids. You're gonna tape them over.
Yeah, we're gonna strap
fucking
you into
make
a
me sit
chair.
there, Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna call it a screening room, and it's just gonna be me in a chair taped to it, and that's just gonna be the movie.
Yeah.
And then Brie Larson's gonna be coming in at the end and going, "It's not art, is it? It's not art. It's not fucking art. Yeah, okay, pal. Fuck you." And that's the end. Oh, wait, that's our movie. Let's write it. Pitch it.
Send it.
Anyway,
Screenplay.
screenplay. Do it now.
Yeah,
no, but
guys.
I honestly, and thank you too, because
Hey,
without
thank you
Denny, let's
too.
be honest, John.
Oh,
Without
yeah.
Denny, this fucking thing wouldn't get done.
Oh no, ever. right.
So,
So
Hey, I'm glad that
you're
it's
doing
all it
all
takes
the real work
to
here.
keep you guys calling in every week and watching these.
What doing
fucking
the
movies.
work? Yeah,
Doing-
that's all a
doing
lot
the
of
minimal-
things take in the world. Right?
It's
I think
just
that's what the
time
executive
and life force,
the
that's all it
executive
is.
life is. That whole thing. It's like, thank you guys for doing all the work. I'm gonna just keep reading docs. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is great. I mean, Denny. Without Denny, we wouldn't have a show, and without the three of us, we wouldn't have a show. So this is fun.
It is.
Agreed.
I'm just
And
yeah.
without
So who knows
Sean, we
what
wouldn't
we're
have a
gonna
theme
watch
song.
next week.
I always forget to shout Sean out on the.
By the way, I need to hear that theme song now. I'm
Yeah, I'm
interested.
excited
That's
to
great.
hear it.
It's all. I mean, it's all.
Is it,
It's all just variations of the same.
It's another variation.
thing.
Okay.
It's
does
like-
it have a name? Oh, so it doesn't have like a different name or anything. It's just like a very. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
The fact that
He
you can even
switches up,
make
like-
multiple versions.
Yeah,
great.
it's like the same tune, but it's like different instruments and different drum sounds and stuff like that.
All right.
Oh man, that's
I'm
badass.
Looking forward
He
to it.
knows what he's doing.
Yes, he does.
When's his first album dropping?
That's a
Yeah.
good question.
Hey, Sean, you're on record. You're having one now because Timmy says so. So hurry the fuck up with the first record. Because I mean, dude, he makes good shit. So we should be able to push his stuff on the site, Because I mean, he's making the goddamn fucking.
that would be
thing.
nice.
So
That would be.
let's hear some shit, Shawnee. We're interested to see what he comes up with next. And get the record done. Love
And
to
you'll
hear it.
hear it pretty close to right now because it'll start like overlapping our voices as we close this episode out. Everybody who listens to this podcast, special thanks because this is like, the third episode like this so far. There's only going to be 2 more like this one.
Yep.
Appreciate
we're
you guys
done.
listening, and then we're done.
Or something.
But it's still going to be over 2 years.
Yep.
So
Isn't that crazy?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell, man. It's just, you wouldn't think this many movies takes that long.
No.
And when you kind of, isn't it kind of interesting too? Like when you think about how many movies we all see in our lifetime, like this list is one a fucking week and it's difficult,
Yes.
right? And it's like, it's only 250 of them. So,
Yeah.
and then you think about like, with all the content that consumers watch, I mean, it's just kind of impressive to think that there's,
It's
I'm almost
actually
glad
what
that
we're doing is very impressive. I want to
no,
speak
no,
about ourselves.
that. I'm glad that we're actually going through this list because I think like with the information overload that we have lately, it's difficult to even think about these movies from previous years. So, it's something else. There's just so much content now. It's these movies, some of these movies you'd never even fucking hear of.
No.
Know what you want.
No, you wouldn't. Exactly. But yes, you guys, thanks again for being on this podcast and everyone for listening. You know where to find us on the internet. Give us a 5-star. I'm going to remove that. I don't give a shit.
Give us a 1-star.
just
Just
thank you
fucking
for
give
listening.
us something.
Just keep
you know?
listening.
Yeah.
If you are. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and-
we're going to keep
and,
doing
you know,
it. We don't care whether or not we have a 1-star or 5-star. It's going to fucking end. We're going to complete the list.
Right.
It's
Right.
a sure thing.
It is. Well, don't jinx us. I mean,
Well, pending any
Take the bucket.
missile attacks
pending
or
any
fucking
tragedies.
Yeah.
But agreed. What you just said is perfect.
Yeah.
And take what I say with a grain of salt.
And John,
as well,
a special
everybody.
thanks to you for staying up way past your bedtime.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
What a
I
fucking-
tell you, yeah, you're right.
What a bad-
I mean, I don't know if I was the only one who noticed.
No.
John was
I
very
am an
quiet
old
for the last 10
man,
minutes.
and this is hard for me.
Yeah. John got very quiet for
That's
the last
fair.
10 minutes. I could hear him nodding off on the fucking
As
microphone,
usual.
smacking him in the forehead as he
Yeah, I think
jerked his head
Denny,
down.
our first sponsor, if we ever get one, or me and you should do the sponsorship, is just to provide John with an espresso machine for just the podcast, and we'd have the coffee that's specific for the podcast day.
John, how does it taste
It'd be
today?
like
It
John's
tastes great
coffee.
today, just like every day.
lovely.
Wink.
Well, it's funny. You guys made me a K-cup every day that says the days and the dates I'm supposed to drink it. It's working out great. We should do that, man. It'll keep them up and
That would
in
be
action.
good.
And then I'll send a little cocaine on the side, and you'll be
Ooh.
fine.
Keep you right awake.
Miller Lite, I meant.
See, he's tired. He's not saying anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hey,
That's
this is
the
a
drug
long
use
time.
going.
This has been a long one.
This is
So,
possibly the longest one.
all
We'll
right.
see.
Yeah.
But
Well, thank you
look,
guys. And
hey,
did you do the whole rate subscribe thing or no?
rate,
yeah,
subscribe.
he did.
There you
Sort
go.
of, but then he sort of walked it back, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
So we're back.
But-
We're back to watching old movies. 1960, The Apartment next week. Let's see what's
Yep.
going on with that one.
God, you had to end it with a buzzkill.
No. Hey, listen.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen. I love you guys.
Love you guys.
You too, bud. You too, guys.
Yes.
You too. I'll be sappy. I don't give a fuck.
That's
Yes.
All right, boys.
All right.
Have a
take
good
care.
one.